hammers like West Ham Wrexham. You don't want to see the gang vex, man. Pull up in 2 litre dingers and pressure.
Black boy hand me west like Declan Rice. Do like popcorn, news and dice.
Good evening, welcome back to Hammers Fans United, and welcome to the match prediction show. Has someone got YouTube on? I don't know if it's echoing or playing back. No. Whoever's already here, thank you for joining. And today we are joined by two very special guests. Kieran, you know, Harry Giza is on this channel regularly, and I love, you know, I won't say working, I love whatever you want to call it, whatever we're doing with Kieran. And look at the, let me change them around, sorry, look at the very special guest down here. We have Stuart and Lee from the disabled team.
Hey boys.
I didn't know, you know, I'm glad Lee is here, but I didn't know he was, because I would have made him his own shirt. And that shirt represents that you are officially part of the Hammer Gang, which is, you know, the Hammers Fans United gang. So you're not a West Ham fan with that shirt, but you are a Hammer Gang member. So Lee, I've given you the number 4, if that's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You lot are the number 4s. Cams, how you doing, mate?
Not too bad, mate. Not too bad. I've been trying to stay off the booze for this. New Year's Eve. Normally I'm getting pissed, but now there's no place I'd rather be right now. To be honest with you, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, me too, man. Kieran, how you doing? And then we'll get to Lee, the special guest, last. How you doing, Kieran?
Yeah, I know. I'm not the special one.
Nah, you're yeah.
No, good, mate. We've had our New Year's Eve, as you know. We're in 2022 already. So, I got to midnight and then collapsed and got up for this. That's it, basically. And the weather is. We've got a cyclone hanging out somewhere out at sea. So the weather's really weird. It's really wet and cool. Really cool, which is nice because it's normally about 35 degrees at this stage of the year.
Really good.
So it's lovely and cool and quite wet.
But it's a nice, at the minute, it's a nice heat for you. Like, just a nice.
Yeah, it's lovely. There's no humidity and it's, because sometimes I could be sitting here, even though it's, it's 8 in the morning, I could be here sweating. From 30 odd degrees, 90% humidity at this time of year, and it's nice. It's been the opposite. It's nice and cool and lovely. So everyone's enjoying it actually. So it's that cool.
Let me just clarify. Kieran is always a special guest. So Stuart and Lee, the disabled team, are very, very special guests. I don't know if you guys have been on. Have you been on any other channel before?
No, this is first time.
See?
Yeah.
The honour is yours, Pitch. The honour is yours.
Yeah, like I'm seriously like I'm actually honoured to have you guys on the show, genuinely. And you know, it is, you know, it's quite late, so I know for Lee, like, you know, he's taking time out. Oh, it's not, yeah.
No,
okay, good.
It's normally watching Ashes or something anyway. So what time? 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, good. I didn't want to be like, it's inconvenient. So, so Stuart, just. How are you feeling? How are you doing? How are you both doing, actually? And
yeah, we're good. We're good. I'm glad to be here with you. Glad to see New Year. We're part of New Year in with you. I'm happy the way that Kieran says that most different in year 2022. So I'm a bit more at ease about year 2022. What is it? Yeah. Same old rubbish, Mr. Kieran, mate. Same old rubbish.
Yeah. You know it, mate.
Right, let me just.
Nothing looks different this morning anyway. We haven't. It's not been an apocalyptic night. There's nothing happened. Nothing gone wrong. So we'll be right, mate.
Right, we'll get to the comments and then I'll just quickly explain what this is. Very simple as always, and then it gets everybody involved. So Lawrence Watkins, I will be travelling during your show. So my prediction is 2-1 Hammers. Happy New Year, everyone. You know, respect for Lawrence. Clearly, he can't take part, and I know that he's in Atlanta at the minute, traveling. So look at that, he's popped in. So respect Lawrence as always. Keith, big up Keith. I've been checking out your videos, and you took a bit too long to crack that egg with your arm, my friend. You need to get on the weights. Evening all, Happy New Year. Big up the disabled team from Keith. Hammerhead in the building. Are we bringing in the new year together, guys? I don't know. I don't know if we'll be on that long, but you know, I've never been like a going out, so this would be a lot better than most people's New Year's, you know, going out and getting drunk and all that.
More fun, innit? More fun, and at least we're not in any danger sitting at home, are we?
Around people that, you know, you actually want to be around. And Roy, as always, evening lads, just a quick one. Happy New Year's, everyone. Happy New Year to you, Roy. And, you know, once again, thanks for tuning in. Whether you can stay or not is probably another thing, but thanks for, you know, showing your support. Right, another comment. Then we'll get into it, because, yeah, this is for everybody. It's for us in here, and then you, everybody in the chat. Keith, Happy New Year. Roy, glad Kieran's getting a bit of British weather on Aussie land. I think he's what does he say? It was a boiled it was boiled. No, it wasn't. It weren't boiled, was it? Because I see it splat everywhere. It weren't boiled, was it, Keith? Big up everyone. Big up Hammerhead, man, always. So I'm going to just say the basic concept for those in the chat. We will first of all pick, you know, did I put that up on the screen?
Opposition player to watch, yeah.
Oh, you can see it, yeah? Oh, that's why I thought it was right. So then, you know, me, Cams, Kieran, and the Disabled team, we would all give our Palace player to watch, maybe a short synopsis as to why. Then everybody in the chat. Then we would do a West Ham player to watch, same thing. Then a random prediction. This is the one that this could be, you know, you might say 3 first half goals, or you might get even more in depth, and, you know, Rice to score, and whatever you want to do. It's just it's all fun and games, basically. This one's very easy. What would you think the entertainment value would be out of 10 for Palace v West Ham? And then the last one would be your correct score prediction. You know what I'm going to do? We're going to let the Disabled team go first. No joking. Yeah, I thought so. So we will get back to here. So Keith and Stuart and Lee, who is your Crystal Palace player to watch, and why, if any, if you've got any sort of reason to pick this player?
Well, the obvious one for us is Conor Gallagher, and I'll tell you the reason why. He was due to come to Leeds before he chose Crystal Palace, and
right.
He spent a month. We waited a month. We thought it were in the bag. We thought he would come into us straight away, and then all of a sudden he decided he wanted to go to Palace. So let's put a bit of sour taste in some Leeds players' fans' mouths. But he's a good player, isn't he?
He is a good player.
Conor Gallagher. You know, he's impressed. He'd be a player I'd love to see at West Ham. You know, I think he'd do well at West Ham. I really do. Well,
yeah.
Are you happy with Conor Gallagher? Yeah. Good. We're both happy with Conor Gallagher.
Okay, that's your and he scored 2 against us in the game we played them this season. So, Kieran, who's your Crystal Palace danger man or player to watch for tomorrow's game?
All of them. Right. I'll tell you the guy that really annoys me, because he should be finished. Is Benteke, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not so sure he'll be playing, right? Because he seems to rotate him a bit now, and he's got the other 2 forwards, Edouard and I think Matata, something like that. And but Benteke, I think Benteke would really worry Dawson and Diop. He's a beast in the air, mate. He's so strong. He's so physical. He's up for everything. He'd be my guy, but having said it, thinking he won't be playing, I reckon Edouard. He sort of started slow when he moved down from Celtic. He started slow for Palace, but the last couple of games, I think he's had like a goal and 3 assists. So he's starting to come into it now, and as a player, I wouldn't have minded myself, you know, as a striker when he didn't have any. So yeah, I'd stick with him, Edouard.
So that's Gallagher from the Disabled team, Edouard from Kieran's. Cams, who would be your Palace player to watch?
I thought you were going to go Benteke there, but I was going to go Edouard as well.
Well, I can go Benteke. If Benteke plays, he'd be my pick. Definitely.
I was going to go Edouard as well. Main reason being super sub against Tottenham when they done them 3-0. He literally come onto the pitch and scored twice in about 5-10 minutes, and it was unbelievable scenes. I'll be honest with you, I absolutely loved watching that. He's fast, isn't he? He was rapid for Celtic. He's like someone else who could cause problems for our back four. If he can get in behind, that's it. We're done. We just got to rely on Fabianski to make the saves he does make. But I'm going Edouard for my players to watch.
Before I go, good evening, Kimmy. I don't know what time it is there, but thank you for joining. Yeah, I'm glad that you've joined as well. So, yes, thank you for joining. It said, is Lee having a beer? Is Lee having a beer, Stu?
No, Lee's on Coca-Cola. It would have won off it with his Christmas party, so he had a Bud Light. That's what right.
Right, we haven't collaborated, but my player is also Edson Odward. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I think he should play. Kieran mentioned that. What's his name, Kieran? Matteo or someone?
Is it Matata or Mateo or something like
that? Yeah, he looks sort of nippy, dangerous as well. But you know, Edouard is a goal scorer, and you know we have to pick someone from Palace. I was thinking of Gallagher as well, but I think we should be able to deal with him this time round from a midfield point of view. But I think he might be.
Not been confirmed yet, Titch, but Gallagher apparently might be out with COVID.
Okay.
So he got dropped in the last squad. He just didn't play at all, weren't in the squad. So people are putting two and two together that he's isolated. So
that would be a good thing for us. So yeah, I'm going to go Odward as well because, you know, he's a striker. He knows where the back of the net is. And defensively, like we've said many a time, we're not at our best. So I'm going to go for Edouard as well. And it would be interesting to see everybody in the chat who you think Palace's player to watch would be. 2 p.m. here. Okay, good time then. No, that's behind UK, isn't it, Kieran?
Yeah,
yeah. So
5 hours.
Yeah, so people in the chat, Hammerhead, Keith, who would be your Crystal Palace player to watch? Roy, I don't think is here. Whoever else is lurking in the chat. Oh, okay. Keith says, watch out for Zaha for me.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm kind of surprised no one said Zaha yet. But...
Yeah, I just don't like him. Gets on my nerves.
Yeah, I don't like him either.
he's not a problem.
He's and you know, he didn't play in the last game because he got a 1-game ban, so he will be sort of fresher than normal.
He's always a threat, isn't he? He's always a threat. You just don't know what he's going to do, and he could turn it on for you at any time. That boy can score a goal out of nothing. But he can. I'd imagine for Palace fans and the other players in his team, he'd be a very frustrating player to play with.
Yeah.
Do you think this is why he hasn't been given a big opportunity at a big club? You know what I mean? He's been consistent, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so, Stuart. I think that's the case, mate. I think his attitude might put a lot of managers off.
Yeah.
He always looks miserable and moaning, doesn't he?
You know what? I watched something the other day, and they was saying that I think it was Alan Pardew who coached him or managed him, and he said, you know, he's got a good attitude in regards to his training, applying himself, but where he lets himself down is he's too critical and moans at all the other players around him.
Right?
So Pardew wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't criticising for his attitude or nothing like that in regards to his personal application, but he's saying he can very much bring the players around him down because of his the way he is with them. And you know, maybe he's, you know, like Cristiano Ronaldo, he's always whinging and moaning at people. I think similar like that. He expects them to be maybe as good as him or whatever it may be. So he can be a problem in the changing room. So Hammerhead says he agrees. He says Zaha. All right, Kieran. Right now, yeah. If it was a swap deal, would you swap Benrahma for Zaha?
Oh, you put me on a spot. Yeah, I probably would just to annoy certain people, but
Me being one of them.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think, with the camaraderie we got in the squad and the belief and the togetherness, I think he might be divisive. So I don't think I would. No.
Right. Good evening, Acid Joke. Thanks for joining. He said, if Soufal is on his game, Zaha will find things very frustrating. That's true. And, Soufal looked back to almost his best in the last game. So, Kimmy says Ronaldo is a whiner. Big time. Okay, right. So we'll move on. We'll move on to the more interesting player to watch, and that is we'll go back to the disabled team. Who would be in tomorrow's game? Who would be your West Ham player to watch?
I'm gonna say I want to see if Benny comes out and plays the same way as he played, or does he go, or is he going to be held back again? I want to see the Benny what we saw, when he went forward, where he created and stuff, and not the Benny where he's restricted. It frustrates me, does that? You know what I mean? And whether that's Stanton Moyes telling him when to go and when to stay back, a bit like it is with Rice and Surchek.
Surchek, yeah.
Surchek looks the old Surchek of old. But that's only because Rice won't play. Exactly. So is it going to be back to Surchek went two games ago? You know what I mean? Where he frustrates us.
So you're saying if he's got, license to do his thing, you're going to pick Ben Rama as West Ham's player to watch. That's a good choice. Exactly. And it is his last game before going off to the African Cup of Nations. So.
Arsenal let Aubameyang go, haven't they? They've let him go to join them already in Gambia, whatever it is. He's let him go.
He plays for Gabon.
Gabon, that's it, Gabon.
So he's gone already?
Yeah. Arteta says that he wasn't going to be involved with the inside, so he's let him go.
Wow. But, see. Boy. Kieran, West Ham's player to watch tomorrow?
Tomorrow? Well, I don't think the team, only from the Watford game, it changes by one player, doesn't it? Rice comes in for Noble.
Yeah.
Unless Moyes has got a trick up his sleeve. But I think he comes in for Noble. And it'll be the same team. And I want to see what they did again against 4-3-3. I want to see Lanzini, Souček and Rice together. I want Lanzini pulling the strings. And I want Rice to sit. I want him to get orders to sit and stop bombing forward. Let Souček join in with the attack. Let Lanzini knit it all together. So I think Lanzini's the key. Lanzini's the key to winning the midfield and giving us a go forward and an attack. So Lanzini for me. If they play that system again with them three together, I think it works.
It's a big shout. That's a big shout, Lanzini.
I know, take a pump, Cam, wouldn't you?
I'll be happy if he does, maybe made up if he plays a blinder.
All right, before we get to Cams, let me just get to the comments so we don't my phone is doing some funky. Bowen is on fire, says Acid Joke, so I think that's his player to watch. Kieran, give us a wave from Nashi.
Nashi! All right,
and Keith says, Cams, can I get a... What is that? What is that? Cams, can I get a...
Is that a cheer or a beer? I don't know.
So no.
And Kimmy says, Acid, yes. Bowen, fire. Right, Cams, who is your West Ham player to watch for tomorrow?
I'm gonna agree with the chat here. I'm going Jarrod Bowen. After what he did against Watford, he ran them all over the place, didn't he? Set Vlasic up for his first goal for the club. I thought Jarrod Bowen were insane against Watford. I thought that was probably his best game this season.
Yeah.
So yeah, my players to watch. He's in form at the minute. Let's hope he carries on.
Oh, sorry. It's a beer. Cheers. Give him a cheers. Sorry, my bad.
Cheers. I'm gonna bevy on me.
I'm gonna agree with Kimmy, Cams, and Acid Joke that I've got to say Bowen. I think Bowen has been consistent all season, between him and Rice, they've given 100% every single game that I've seen, and Bowen seems to be adding a little bit more quality to his game as well. So on current form, he's our most dangerous forward player, whether it's creating or potentially, at least getting shots off on target, because he still, I think, could score more goals. But the form he's in and the consistency that he's shown, I'm gonna go with Jarrod Bowen as well as West Ham's danger man.
Before we move on, do you think
Yep.
if Bowen carries on this form, do you reckon he could make it into the England squad?
Kieran or Stuart, what do you lot think?
Anyone?
I think with Southgate, it's sort of like, I know he says that he gives people opportunities and all this and that, but I think he'd be crazy not to. I think Southgate would be crazy not to give him an opportunity. What's he done wrong? You know what I mean? He's been most informed player. I mean, he can't rely on, but he can't pick Bamford. He's injured. He can't pick Calvert-Lewin. He's injured. So why not? Why not? Why can't why shouldn't he get a go? You know what I mean? I think he should get a go. He deserves a go. Definitely deserves a shot. Definitely.
Kieran?
Yeah, I think he's got a chance of getting in the squad because of if he keeps this form up that he's got. But I don't want to get too carried away with him because he's got a lot of competition that, in that position. When he's on the right wing, he's got Saka as well, isn't he? But should he make the England squad? Yeah, he's worth a shout, isn't he?
The work rate's there, definitely. So,
yeah.
Do you know what? How old is Bowen? Like 25?
He's young, isn't he? I'm not sure.
I always assume that English players they can qualify for Scotland or Ireland, but I don't, or Wales even, but I've got a feeling maybe he can't because, normally by now, those sort of nations would have snapped him up. Like they might have thought, he's good enough to get in all of our squads, and probably he hasn't got any grandparents that are from Scotland, Ireland, or Wales, and so he might be in that sort of international wilderness where he's kind of, more than good enough for those nations, and obviously Northern Irelands, but not quite ready for England. Like that's how they might look at him, and he may be one of those players that when he's finished his career and people he never got a international cap if he can't play for one of the other British teams. So I don't know if anybody knows his heritage or whether he actually qualifies for anybody else. But yeah, we'll move on to. So this will be interesting for Stuart and Lee. Your random prediction for the match.
Right. So this is where we can be caught up in it. I think there's VAR is going to be involved 4 times during the game.
4 times. Okay.
I think VAR. Yeah, I think VAR is going to play a big part tomorrow.
That's a good shout because like I said, is you can go safe and that, but what you said there, one of our coaches, Regan, he's a Millwall fan. We used to do this on the kids channel. Then we brought it to this channel, and he used to say things like that as well, which is it's precise, but it's So you're saying 4 times VAR is going to be used. So yeah. I'm glad that you've embraced the concept of the random prediction. Giza, what are you saying as a random prediction?
Random. Can we go?
However you want to. However, right, you can. I don't even know what I'm going to say yet, but I'm thinking while you lot are going to talk.
Yeah. Well, what you say? 4 times VAR.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's 4 times we're going to be throwing things at the telly. So I reckon. No, I'm going to go right for West Ham to get 4 corners in the first half and 4 corners in the second half.
Wow.
8 in total.
Wow. See, I love this. And I was thinking of something corners wise, but now I'm going to change it. So let me see if anyone else has put their random prediction in. Oh, happy Emirat. Good evening to you, and thanks as always for tuning in. You can catch up. You can give us a Crystal Palace player to watch if you had to pick one, a West Ham player to watch, and now we're on to the random prediction. Save team and Mrs. Who's Mrs.?
That's Lee.
Mrs.
Good,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like,
put
your glasses on.
This time.
Tutu, I'm going for 100. Don't hold me and ask Stuart. I'm crap at making predictions. And Kimmy says, "Good. Hello to Happy Hammerette." All right, Cams. Let's hear your random predictions. So these two have made some, some very precise ones.
Okay.
And now
I'll go.
Yeah.
Both teams to score most goals in the second half.
Both teams to score and the most goals in the second half.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. What am I going to say?
We know your score prediction isn't 0-0 then.
No, not
exactly. Yeah. I've got to try and do something like I'm going to say. All right. Both teams to hit the woodwork, and West Ham to score a header. That's my random prediction.
That's not bad.
Yeah. So, when the game's done, we can maybe look over this and see if anyone got close or whatever. But yeah, that's my random prediction. So we'll wait a bit just to see if anybody else wants to put a random, which will obviously take longer to type. But I'll say it again, I'm so thankful that we've got the disabled team in the house. Good people, genuine people, and yeah, I'm just just happy that you agreed to come on here, and there will be a lot more times that hopefully that you lot come back on here and we do this, man.
Whenever you want us, whenever you want us.
Definitely.
I'm just happy to have you now rather than next week, double West Ham Leeds game week.
Yeah, how soon are those games apart as well? Is it like when
the cup games are 9th and then the league's on the 16th?
Oh, okay. And we're gonna do something on the disabled teams channel for that, the build up to that, or the day before or whatever. So tune in to that, please, on the disabled teams YouTube channel. Everybody here is subscribed. Right, so we don't have no more random predictions, and that's cool. Right, we'll go to oh no, sorry, I forgot about this one. Entertainment value, very easy, and maybe you want to elaborate a little bit. Yeah, but disabled team, what do you think the entertainment value out of 10 would be for Palace v West Ham?
Well, I think it's going to be pretty high because I think Palace play, although they aren't getting, the wins, they are playing some good football, aren't they, in the patches. And I think, they've got some good players at Crystal Palace. I think they'll be an harder challenge than what Watford will be. But I still, I think I'd say 8 out of 10. I do 8, 9 out of 10. I think value, for 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Yeah. I'm going to go for. What about you?
Giza? Oh, sorry. Yeah. What about you, Lee? Sorry, my bad.
What number? Out of 10?
Oh, 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
Giza, what do you think?
Yeah, well, if he'd been back, under Hodgson, right, I would have been saying 5 out of 10, because it'd be gone. Everyone behind the ball just frustrate you, and he was good at doing it, Hodgson, wasn't he? He was good at that.
Yeah.
Horrible way to play football. But under Vieira, that's a different kettle of fish now. They're looking excitingly, Palace. They're looking threatening. They're looking fast. So, and I think entertainment value depends whether you're a neutral fan or a Palace or West Ham fan. So, for the neutral, I think this could be a good 8 out of 10.
Yep.
And I'm hoping it will be for us as West Ham fans. But yeah, I think it will be. It'll be an 8 out of 10 because I think they'll be coming at us, mate, and we'll be trying to counter-attack as well and score goals. So, yeah, I think it could be quite an entertaining game for the neutral.
Scouse Hammer, what do you think?
I reckon there's going to be a lot of goals, I'll tell you that. I'm hoping we'll be on the front foot and attacking more, and we might get caught out. while we're attacking, which is what I want. I want us to be more attacking, more aggressive. So I can't argue. But I'll go for the 9 out of 10. I reckon it's going to be a good few goals. I can see some nice football coming into play from the Hammers. So I'm actually buzzing for it tomorrow.
I think it's going to be a good game. I do think it'll be entertaining. Palace is quite a small, intimate ground as well. So their fans is like they create a good atmosphere there. Normally over the Christmas period, as you've seen, tends to be like I would say more goals than often. And with people having injuries or COVID, it's like the squads are a little bit like not as everybody would want. So I think like that sort of helps us get the more entertaining games for like goals and stuff. So I think 8 out of 10. I think it's going to be, as a neutral, a good game. I think as West Ham fans, we're going to have some scary moments in the game, and hopefully we can get through that. But they're a good team, man. They're a good team, and like I said, Zaha didn't play the last game, so he'll be fresh, raring to go. So yeah, I'm going to go 8 out of 10. I think it's going to be a very good game to watch for the neutral. So I agree. Me, Kieran, and Stuart, and then Cams and Lee go for 9 out of 10.
I can see it being 9 out of 10 though, as well.
Yeah.
I see it being as good as that. I can. Especially as a neutral. Well, I see it. I'm not a neutral because I like watching. You know what I mean? I want West Ham to do well. So I'm not really a neutral. You see what I mean? I cheer on West Ham. I won't cheer Palace on. That. You know what I mean? So we discussed this before about Lee asked me why am I close to West Ham, and it's because the simple reason is me and my proper father didn't have my mum and father split up when I was 2, and I didn't see my proper father till I was 15.
Wow.
Now my stepfather he wasn't into football, so it wasn't like get talked about in house, but my stepfather was, and then we discussed. We were talking about London clubs, and if he were in Scotland, he'd be Celtic. If he were in London, he'd be Old Wimbledon as well as West Ham. And that's that. I remember that conversation happening pretty close to when I first met him again when I was 16 years old. Yeah. So that's why West Ham stuck with me. Since 16, that's why it is. So there's a reason why. You know what I mean? I like West Ham. Yeah. Because
exactly, and
I'll never be Chelsea, never ever. I won't be Spuds. I'd rather watch cricket or something. And, you know what I mean? And it left West Ham. So that's why
thankfully for us, yeah, man.
Yeah, I could never be Spuds. Oh no, never be Chelsea. No chance. No, stick it.
Right, Happy says Joel Wall to watch, our very own Lanzini for us. Not sure what we are doing, says Happy. Hello, Kieran. 1 second.
Hi, Happy.
Hey, Scousey Hammer.
Scousey.
Okay, I will say West Ham scores from. This is Keith. I would say West Ham scored from a corner in the first half. Palace scores with a header twice. West Ham then scores with a screamer down the middle second half. Okay, well you've gone with the best random prediction. And how much of that do I want to come true? I don't want to see Palace scoring twice with a header because that's generally from a set piece. So hopefully yours don't come right, Nashi, because that is not good for us. But yeah, I like that. You went. I see Nash.
I think we can make excuses for him really for Nash. He's got COVID. So he's obviously not what's playing on him.
No, he's actually just stated why. So Happy says exciting game. She'd go 8.5 out of 10, and Nashi says it's a Peroni prediction. All right, so we will get to the last element of the predictions, and that is Kieran's favourite. Correct score. So Lee and Stuart. If you were to put, let's say someone gave you £1,000, right? They gave it to you, but you had to put it on a correct score. What would you go with?
I think it's going to be goals in it, and I think I think Fabianski's going to have, it's been a surprise for me this season as Fabianski, to be honest. When Ariola come in, I thought, they're looking at replacing Fabs, but he hasn't done anything majorly wrong this season, what I can think of. And he does, he has had some really good games. So I think there's going to be goals in it, but I don't think Palace are going to get many. I think it's going to be 3-1 to West Ham.
I thought you were going to say that.
3-1 West Ham. I think it's going to be 3-1.
Hammers crossed for that. I thought you were going to say that when you were speaking. Kieran, what do you think?
Yeah. It's been a while since we had a clean sheet, hasn't it? We only had one, I think, and ages.
In
that
like
was a 0-0.
13 or 14, I think.
Yeah. God. Mate, yeah, so I think there will be goals in it. I can't see us holding them out. So, and like Cam says, I think there'll be goals each end. Hopefully, as long as our front three are on it like there was against Watford, we'll score goals. Like if Bowen puts in a performance like he did against Watford, mate, we've got to score because it'll create opportunities. If Lanzini is pulling the strings, and he doesn't get blown out of the game by some of them midfielders, I think we'll score. We'll get opportunities. We've just got to take them. Let's get clinical with it. So, so score prediction. I'm looking at a 2-2.
2-2.
I think it might be a little.
I was going to say that as well. What are you saying, Cams?
Like I said, I'm expecting a lot of goals. And call me optimistic, but my money's on 5-3.
What?
5-3 West Ham.
That's a 10 out of 10. Especially if we scored a 5.
Yeah, but
so you reckon 5-3, yeah?
Yeah.
To who, Cam?
West Ham, obviously.
I can see them scoring first.
I can't see us keeping a clean sheet either.
You can see who's scoring first.
As well,
Palace.
Palace will score first, yeah. West Ham would just drift with start games, concede, and then they wake up. You know what I mean? You have to wait for them to concede a goal before they start kicking into gear. That needs to change a bit.
Yeah, especially against. I don't think we can afford to go behind against Palace at Palace. You see, like you don't know with me. I'll always, if I think we're going to lose, I'm going to say we lose. I was thinking 2-2, but I was also thinking West Ham 3-2. And I'm going to try and put it out there and hope it comes true. So yeah, I'm going to go West Ham 3-2. Because I do think there'll be goals from both teams, and I'm just hoping that we sort of score one more goal than them or more. But yeah, I'm going to go West Ham 3-2, and then we can sort of, we can forget about the Southampton. Everyone was talking about 9 or 7 points, and if we did win tomorrow, then it would be 6 points. So at least then we sort of, we lost to Southampton, but then we won the next 2. So I'm hoping that is Moyes' sort of motivation. Like, look, let's put that to bed and make it as right as we can do by winning this game, and it then is not such a bad situation. So yeah, 3-2 West Ham.
No, it sounds better than it. If you took them 3 games and said how many points you're going to get out of them, you end up with 6. You'll take it.
Yeah, exactly.
But to end up, if you lose tomorrow, only 3 out of them 3 games, it's disappointing. Then that's not good. Because the team
right. Sorry, let me just big up Frankie. I'll put you lot's comments up. Thanks for joining as always, and I hope Charlie's alright. Obviously, New Year's Eve and all that. I'm sure they'll have a party in there. Okay, right. So, Happy Emirates says we will go 1-0 down with 7 minutes. Within 7 minutes, be 2-2 by half time, and we will get the winner in 86. Okay, so she's saying 3-2 as well.
That's a West Ham.
Okay. Is that right? Yeah, and there. Oh no. Oh, that's for your random. You've done a random and a correct score in one. Then Happy, but that's fine. Mine a bottle of Red and Bailey's prediction. Then, big up Max from Arsenal TV. Happy New Year to you as well. Keith says, yeah, I do have COVID, but I'm okay. Happy says 3-2. Hello, Kimmy. Happy, I think you forgot to say hello to Kimmy. She said hello, and I don't think you've seen it. Good to hear. Nashi, Keith says, give us a drink of that Cams, lad. That's a big score prediction. Yeah, 5-3. I'm having an isolation party, plenty of alcohol on life. Size Lanzini by my side. Oh, Harmony, thank you for joining. As always, Palace 2, West Ham 4, 50-1. My bet of the day. Kieran, did you know that when we beat Chelsea 3-2, Harmony had £10 on at 50-1?
Yes, I remember that.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
so she won 500 when we beat Chelsea. Yeah.
Good girl. What a bet
So she-
that is.
So she said, look, she's picked another 50-1, which is Palace 2, West Ham 4. So I hope that's the score, because then you get your money and we get a 2-goal cushion.
I'm gonna have a go on that after the show. I'm gonna put money on it. I am. I'm gonna. She's good. You know what I mean? She's a good lass. She's a man. She's a good lass. She's a really good lass. She knows her stuff as well. Just like Happy Am, right? I think they
Yep.
both know the stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And-
No, they know more than us, shoot. I'll tell you.
Well,
I can't believe that. Kieran,
Absolutely smashing it in initial thoughts the other day as well.
I don't know if you was in the Chelsea watch along, Kieran, yeah, but I was very pessimistic about us going into that game. When the game started, no, before it started, I see 3-2, 3-2. Cam said 3-2 as well, and I'm like, what are you look? And then I said, like, the fact that everybody's saying 3-2, like, maybe you look, I couldn't believe. And then late near the end, Harmony said, look, you know, I've just won 5. I was like, oh my day. So she genuinely believed 3-2. And yeah, a lot of people in that watch along, you know, during the game, before the game started, they were saying 3-2, and I'm thinking, what?
No,
And
you
obviously
picked
it
it, Cam,
happened.
didn't you?
Yeah.
You went 3-2, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, yeah. And we did a prediction like this, but pre-recorded, and I said 3-2.
He said 3-2,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think I remember that. Yeah, I remember you saying that. Went, yeah. You know, I remember straight away going, shit, Cam's got it right.
Yeah. And, you know, it's hard to get a correct score.
Even the blind
I'm a-
squirrel finds a nut now and again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he said 5-3.
I'll put a £5 on that. I'll put a charity.
Cam, if that 5-3 don't come in, you owe disabled team a 5.
No.
I'm joking.
No, I wouldn't.
I'll put a £5 on 5-3 for charity.
Right.
Yeah.
Hammerhead agrees with Harmony. He said 4-2 West Ham. Frankie says, just tap in and say Happy New Year, guys. Bless. Oh, thank you, Frankie, and Happy New Year. Thank you for jumping in, and yeah, just let Charlie Boy know that Happy New Year from all of us at Hammers Fans United. Like, but thank you for popping in. Kimmy says, I agree with you, Titch. 3-2. Come on, Kimmy. She knows it's a 3-2 game. Happy Emirates says, hello, Frankie. See, I had to let her know. You missed it. Oh, Trevor Davis, a new person, I think. Thank you for joining. West Ham 5, Crystal Palace 2. He's on Cam's wavelength almost. 5-2. You know, like I said, this Christmas period is these sort of results happen, and
Yeah, it was coming.
save the best till last, Kimmy. Yes, you did. Kimmy says, gotta go soon. Much love. Yeah, thank you for popping in, Kimmy.
Happy New
As
Year
always.
to you, Jimmy.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Yeah, you've got a few hours yet, but Happy New Year. Happy. Right, Happy Ahmed said she bet 1-0 against Watford. Trevor, I like that score. Yeah. Right, so we got through the show swiftly. I wanna hear more from Kieran and the disabled team. I don't know what, but oh, that's what I'm gonna ask you. Do you lot have any standout games of West Ham v Leeds? I know, Kieran, you probably would have went to quite a few, and Stuart or Lee, have you ever encountered what was your experiences, or the one that stood out as a us two playing each other basically?
Well, to be fair with Lee, you were born in 2003.
2001.
Sorry, 2001. Sorry, it's all right. Sorry. We were born in 2003. Yeah, and we got relegated, didn't we, in 2003?
Oh yes, it's been a long time.
So, and then it was 15 years, wasn't it? So most of his life is that we've never played West Ham. We've never played.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I forgot about. I did forget because
I to be fair, like I says, my stepfather didn't let us talk about football in house. So I'm looking. I was born in 80, so 96. I actually just started getting into Euro when we in 1996.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
The Shearer, and that's when I started watching football properly. But going back, I mean, I can't even remember any West Ham games. Not Leeds and West Ham. I can't. I remember watching West Ham, obviously, but not Leeds and West Ham.
Yeah.
Very vaguely can't remember. You know what I mean? I wasn't born in like the glory days, but 70s for Leeds, and I was born in 80.
Exactly.
So I was late for that, I know.
All right. Well, I know Kieran's going to have one standout. I'm going to just 1 second, Kieran. We've got 3 comments.
I won't.
Oh, you'll have something then. I know you were 3-2 to Hammers. It's 28-1. We'll stick with my 4-2 at 50-1. Harmony. She might be the betting tip lady. Happy. This is funny. This is why I have a feeling that Kimmy's crush on Titch is almost on level with me and Lanzini. Kimmy's response is happy. It's much bigger. Happy says.
This ain't a dating show.
Impossible, Kimmy. I think Big Dulce is going to get a goal. Maybe. Yep. I did say a header, didn't I? So maybe him or Suchek. Titch, are you having a drink? Yeah, I've actually got a drink over there. It's a Disaronno and Coke. So yeah, like I said, I normally drink maybe twice a year, and yeah, that's what I'm drinking. Kimmy,
thing about Disaronno, it's like pop in it. You can just swig that straight.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, you know, it doesn't taste strong at all. So Bowen scores 1 and lays on 4 assists. Trevor, if you get this, mate, you are the man. And Bowen just 5 goal involvements. Right, yeah, Kieran. I mean, you might not have any, but obviously you went to a lot of West Ham Leeds. Like anything that.
Yeah, I don't think we've played Leeds as much as we could have done with all the difference of being in different divisions and all that. But yeah, it's very hard. I'd have had to look one up and I would have remembered it. Because we did play them. Because I was a great admirer of Leeds back then in the 70s. When they, the likes of Mick Jones and Alan Clark, Norman Hunter, Billy Bremner, Johnny Giles, Gary Sprake in goal for them. Mate, they had so many good players in their team. Such a good side, mate. And they were a joy to watch. They were hard in the back. Billy Bremner was horrible. Norman Hunter was horrible. And then they had the Giles brothers and Mick Jones and so many. Peter Lorimer. He had a shot on him to break a net. There was some great players in that Leeds side. So I always had a bit of a fondness for Leeds back then. And I couldn't believe, they hadn't been involved in the bloody Premier League since. Yeah,
it's true. They said it's like 16 years it was, wasn't it, since they came back?
Yeah, it's long, mate. They were such a big club, mate. Forget Man City back then. Leeds are up there with Liverpool, Man United. They were the team. They had Don Revie as a manager. They really were. And they'd win at all costs. They weren't nice with it, mate, believe me. They would bite and foul and kick. But going forward, they were just class because they had so many technical players. But yeah, and Jack Charlton as well. I was about
to ask you, Jack Charlton as well. I was waiting for you to stop, but yeah, was he? He was there in the 70s.
Jack Charlton here, because I played with Jack Charlton's son for a couple of years, and I got to meet his dad, Jack Charlton, and Charlo's mum. So, and that was good. Very down to earth guy, solid centre. He's a bit like a Dawson, Jack Charlton.
Yeah,
just no nonsense. Centre half, and he was mean, mate. He was win at all costs, do whatever. So yeah, I've always had a soft spot for Leeds, but I got to say, I'd have to look it up and then remember. I'd probably jog my memory about games I did watch back then.
All right, what I will ask you then is, what was the route from? Would you Bow or place Plus though, or neither? East Ham. No, where was you?
Yeah.
Right. So how did you get to? So what was the how did you get to Leeds basically? Like, is it like 2 trains or like how would you get there when you did go to Ellen Road?
Yeah, it was just a train. I remember, but I never actually. Well, they'll tell you something because I've only been that's a good point. I've only been to Ellen Road once, right?
Oh,
and it weren't to watch Leeds West Ham. It was to watch West Ham versus Everton in the semi-final FA Cup replay in 1980. And it was a train up there, right? And that's the one that went to extra time, and Frank Lampard Senior scored the winner in extra time against Everton. Got us to the final against Arsenal, that we beat them. But
so that was
Ellen Road. And Stuart might be able to tell us this. What they did was there must be a station near the ground and one that's quite far away.
Yes.
So back then they didn't want the Everton supporters and the West Ham supporters clashing. So we had to go to a station that it seemed miles we walked from the station to the ground. And I don't know what station that was, but it seemed to be a long walk, right? And what I do remember about that's the best away day I've ever had was at Ellen Road, because of the semi-final, because it was a replay, because we beat Everton, and now we're in a final at Wembley. My best away day ever. But when we did get back to that train and went back to London, the fucking thing, it broke down. It broke down on the way home, right? And we were 5 hours, right, sitting in this train, gasping, with no water, no nothing, until they put a new engine on the bloody train and towed us into somewhere. And then I didn't get home till about 8 o'clock in the morning. Back into whatever station,
Look at Lee laughing. You don't have a good experience with trains, do you, Kieran?
No, I don't, mate. No. Well, the windows coming through and they're breaking down. It's not good.
Let me get through the comments. I want to touch on Leeds, my sort of more recent memories of them. So, drinking sort of caramel Bailey. He says, "Oh, posh lad," from what I'm drinking, I think. I'm going to the cup game on the 9th. Is Happy Amaret. Nice. My favourite game was 81-82, I think. 3-3 at Ellen Road. Also, Hammers won 4-3 in the same season. Both great games. Kieran, does that jog your memory as to those games? 3-3 in 81-82. Yeah, and then in the same season, we beat them 4-3.
I should remember it, but I don't. Is that right? My God. That was because, I'd imagine, because when we won the FA Cup in 80, we were still a second division side. And I think that's why there's not many games at West Ham Leeds. And we got promoted the next season. So that must be that season. 3-3 at Ellen Road and 1-4-3. Shit. You might have to look them up and look at them.
You must have went to the 4-3 game.
Yeah, I would have.
At home. Yeah,
I obviously didn't go to Ellen Road, so I must have gone to that 4-3 game. There was a lot of games like that with our team back then, mate, because as good as we were going forward, we used to let a lot of goals in.
Right, so end to end.
Yeah, you used to be a lot of that. We had a lot of big games like that with West Brom, I remember, 3-2s and 2-all. The likes of Cyril Regis and that playing for West Brom. Some great players.
I've put a favour on that score, Cammy. I've put a favour on it.
Right.
Oh God, I'm nervous.
What I would say, Cam, is we don't have a special guest. We can't have a special guest, and then you make him start losing money. So I hope that comes in.
All I will say is gamble responsibly.
Very.
For you kids, gamble responsibly. 5-3 is not being responsible, but
right. Frankie drinks Hennessy straight. I couldn't do that. No way. Keith says DJ will be soon out. Oh, okay. Yeah. We'll be finished before then, Keith. Showing your age, Harmony. Kieran loves Leeds. 1 second, because I've seen. I'm going to get to the commentary lot. I know. Happy. Right. Wally World in the building. Good. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, Wally. And as always, thank you for tuning in.
Yes, Wally.
Jason, thank you for joining. Evening to you. I think it's a new person, but thank you for joining. Frankie, line them up, says Nashi. And another special guest, Darren. Now watch, I saved this. Darren, let me just put this on the screen. It will take up the whole screen, just temporarily. So, Darren in Thailand, where is it? Sent me, Darren, his wife, and Richie and his daughter. So Happy New Year to Darren, family. And this for me is what YouTube's about. Darren's in Thailand, and we can put a, you know, they're celebrating as West Ham fans all the way, you know, somewhere else in the world, and it's all about West Ham. So yeah, thank you for joining, Darren, and Happy New Year to all of you lot. Let me just get rid of this. 1 second. But yeah, I love that picture. Great picture.
Yeah, great photo, Darren. Great photo.
There's your number, Darren. I'm sure you asked for number 3 as well. And yeah, that's your official Hammer Gang squad number. So yeah, I think that's everybody. I'm going to just get back to, and you know, everybody, well, maybe not Cam's actually, he's too young, but hello, young Lee. Oh, Lee, Darren says hello.
You know that, don't you?
Yeah. Hello.
We've got special guest, Darren, very special guest, and Kieran as well. I'm never riding a train with Kieran. No, don't. Not if you. Lee will get Leeds. They win at the weekend. Yeah, come on, Leeds. They're playing my worst team as well in Burnley, so it's definitely Leeds. Wally, glad I could say hi and Happy New Year before I go. See you later, Kimmy. Take care. I hope you have a good New Year, and things will always get better, especially New Year. Hopefully some new changes. Yes, Kimmy, you already broke out the champagne here. Cheers. Wally's drinking already, and he's still got loads of hours. My first game was in 1985 when we beat Villa 4-1, and then we beat him this season 4-1. Cheers, Wally. Right, so this is more for Kieran and Disabled Team. Is my memories of Leeds is your Michael Bridges, your Alan Smith, your Mark Vidukas, the team that got to the Champions League semi-final. That Leeds team, I think it was 96 to maybe 2000, 96 to 98. They was the yellow kit. I remember that. Like Michael Bridges is he came out of nowhere and he didn't have a very long career, but he was a fantastic player. So yeah, Kieran and Disabled Team, like did you rate that Leeds team? Was it George Graham in charge of them?
Well, if you're on about...
No, O'Leary. David O'Leary, was it?
O'Leary's babies, wasn't it? Yeah. Yes, I did rate them. And I think... I strongly believe this. I think if Ridsdale didn't mess up, and if we had that same team for one more season, I think we could have challenged for title. We wouldn't have been in this mess we're in now.
Yeah.
Because it all went wrong. Everything went wrong. I mean... Ridsdale were blaming O'Leary. I mean, at the end of the day, it's Ridsdale who were writing checks, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So you can't blame manager. Any manager's going to want more players, aren't they? You just got to say no. But yeah, they were best times. I remember them times. They were best times for me as a Leeds fan. I mean, my father, he said that the Howard Wilkinson days were best days. When we won League One, like we last won League One title in 1990. It's the only cup what no one can take off us because when Premier League first started.
After that, yeah.
So it was the only cup what no one can take off us, but that's when my dad said that.
So Leeds was the last team to win the top division and before it changed over to the Premier League. Okay, yeah. I didn't know that. I didn't know. Kieran. Your memories of, the more recent Leeds, Premier League and Europe, like...
Yeah, not like I say, you've got to go back to them, what Stuart said, and yourself, Viduka, Harry Kewell,
Ian Hart.
They got a lot of airtime here because of that in Australia, because they're two Australians. And I think Viduka was an absolute beast for him. Harry Kewell was at his best when he played for Leeds. Not Liverpool. He was at his best at Leeds, and they were an exciting team to watch, mate. Really exciting team to watch. It was a good side. And like I say, they won. When you come up with it, apart from Leicester, they're the only team, I think, outside of the so-called Big Six. I think it's Leeds and Leicester, isn't it?
And Blackburn.
And one at Blackburn, yeah. So in all them years, we had, and Blackburn bought it, to be honest.
Yeah,
Blackburn
of course.
I'm not giving them that. I'm giving Leicester credit. I'm giving Leeds.
Of course.
But Blackburn bought a team. They put a team together and they won it. Right, and we even had to help them do that, didn't we?
We're a bit, with
Like,
the Man United,
drawing with
the
Man
draw.
United, so,
Yeah.
yeah. So really, Leeds and Leicester for me are the only teams that broke into that and done it. And it's just a shame how Leeds went after that. They went into the abyss, really, which is
Because they went. Did Leeds go down 2 divisions, Stuart?
Yeah, went down to League One. Yeah,
That's crazy, man. That is.
Yeah.
we had, believe it or not, we actually had a better team in League One than we did when we were actually in Championship. We had Snodgrass and stuff like that playing for us.
In League One.
Yeah, in League One. The Max Gradle,
Yeah. Max Gradle.
Trezo Kendall, and
Yep.
players like that.
All in League One.
We had a better team in League One than we all them years in Championship before Bielsa come.
Yeah.
And I think with Bielsa, best thing what's ever happened to Leeds United for a long time. But I'm also a realist in saying that it's his one plan A, no plan B now. What's costing us?
Yeah.
So he might end up being the greatest ever manager in modern history to get promoted, but he might be the worst manager to get us relegated again.
Yeah.
So, because we've still got all these players missing till March, April. So it's a lot. It's still a lot of games to play yet before his full team comes back. A lot of games to play.
Sure.
And we've got them games to catch up on what we missed with over Christmas. You know what I mean? We've missed 2 big games there in Villa and Liverpool. We've got them 2 to catch up on as well. So there's no easy games. There's no easy games left at all. There's no easy game in Premiership. I don't think there is. I don't think there is. You never, and no team's too good to go down neither.
Yeah, we proved that. Right. Keith says that pick's awesome. It was great pick. Jason said atmosphere is always good against Leeds. Happy Hammer says she loved the pick. Yes, thank you. Hammerhead says I love you guys, man. It's the same. It's all love here, and people like you and people on the screen and that. It's all. This is very much for me is like a real genuine community. What we're doing over here. Agree, Stu. Fantastic players back in the day. I want to ask Kieran a question before. Or we need to. Oh no, actually, I'm going to ask. One sec. Great days in League One, true fan. I want you lot to, or one of you two, to ask. Let's get Cam involved. You lot ask Cam. As he's young. He's very young actually. I don't want people just not being involved. So any of you two, anything, or even people in the chat, anything for Cam, or even Stuart and Lee or Kieran. Yeah.
Do you miss going to the games though, Kieran, over there? Do you not miss it?
Yeah, massively. When I first came here, that was the big thing. My first thing, because when I first came here in '87, so the coverage here wasn't that great. Football is not the biggest sport here. You've got Aussie rules and rugby league in front of it, even cricket. So it's sort of the fourth choice of people in Australia. So it's hard to get coverage there. A lot different now with these new channels, that you pay for every month. I can get every Premier League game there is now, everyone. So but back then it was hard to get information and find out about it. I used to be on the phone, my mates telling me what was going on mainly. There was one station that would do a highlight show. And, if you could catch it once a week, you might see what's going on. But I did miss, that was the one thing. I loved going to away games at West Ham. Loved it. Loved going to the home games. Yeah, it was a big miss not doing it. And I'm not so sure I'd enjoy it as much now, though, going to that London stadium. I'm not sure I'd like it.
Have you been to the new round yet? Have you been?
No, I've been outside it.
No.
I came for a visit, but it was in the close season. I couldn't go to a game. I was gutted. It was for a wedding, so I had no choice. My silly niece got married in the close season. I was gutted. And so
I went to the last game at Upton Park, Man U, and then I ended up going to Juventus friendly first game at New Ground, and it was just it didn't feel. It felt like an away day. It was really strange. You don't know the area.
Okay, Cam. So, right, Cam. I've got a question regarding that last game. How old is babyface Cam's?
I'm 21 in 2 weeks.
Oh, you're fucking.
Your age.
So 21 in 2
What's
weeks.
your age?
Matt Keith says, Titch, can I address this COVID? Is no joke. People say stay safe. Nah. Yeah, you know, I know some people, especially this new strain, is feeling it. So, yeah, I don't know who I heard talking about it today, actually. Somebody. So, yeah, I'm not the longest. Oh, well. No. Cams is young. What I was going to ask you, Cams, and yeah,
I want to ask Cam, how did a Scouser get a ticket for that last game at Upton Park?
I didn't have a ticket, mate. I didn't have a ticket. I went
Didn't
up.
you?
I went up just for the match, and there used to
what
be
a question.
on the side of the Bobby Moore lower, you know, coming from where the chicken run stand was.
Yeah.
There was always something street, like whatever the sponsor was, normally one of the stand name. There's like where the flats and that are, like underneath there's like a garage, and there was a good few of us like on the roof, like looking over. You could see like half the pitch and the screens and that. They done a documentary, didn't they? Iron Man. You could see me on the roof in the documentary, like having a cig and that as well. They got me bad side, unfortunately, but you could see I was on the telly like on Iron Man.
Fantastic.
And it was scary. That last game at Upton Park though was absolutely scary because people were launching bottles from the flats and that, and they were literally skinning me head. All these bottles and I can flat. I was with my missus as well, so I was more worried for her than me.
Damn.
Yeah.
And walking up Green Street as well, I was getting all glass in my shoes and all sorts. It was hectic, man. It was bad. I've never seen it like that before.
All right, so this is a good question actually, because I did say recently that when I was just getting into West Ham, it was the era 85-86 era of McAvenny, Cotty, Mark Ward, Devonshire, Ray Stewart, Phil Parks. So Happy has said, I have a question for you. Who's your favourite out of McAvenny and Cotty, and why? I don't know if do you remember those players, Stuart? You probably don't. Or do you?
I know McAvenny and I know Cotty. Didn't see him play a lot. I won't lie to you. But
Yeah.
I do remember it. You know, back in them days, you were allowed to tackle, weren't you?
Yeah.
You were actually allowed to tackle, not like today. You know what I mean? Them two players, they won't get away with playing today. If you see what I mean.
Yeah.
Challenges they used to put in. It's a bit like David Batty at Leeds. You won't get away with them players anymore.
No.
You know,
Yeah.
you wouldn't enjoy the game. You wouldn't enjoy today's game. Definitely not. But yeah, I remember McAvenny going in hard. I remember that.
All right, Kieran, you have the best memories of all of these players. Who out of the two, if you had to, let's say we could fast forward them to now and they're in their prime, who would you put? Where right now we actually need a striker, one of those two. Yeah. So who would you put in our team out of those two if you had to? And I know it's a tough choice.
Yeah, it's a tough choice, but because Cotty scored more goals in the end that season than McAvenny, but McAvenny was the catalyst. Like that season started, right? We had Cotty and what's his name?
Was it Goddard?
Goddard.
No, not Goddard. It was Paul Goddard, wasn't it?
Too. And we bought McAvenny that nobody knew, never heard of him, I think it was an attacking midfielder or a winger. And Goddard got injured. And we weren't tearing up trees then. But as soon as you put McAvenny and Cotty together, it just exploded into a goal fest. They were scoring goals for fun. The two of them together were amazing. But why I like McAvenny more so, Tony Cotty was a Boy Scout, right? He was a Boy Scout. He really was. McAvenny was a bit of a bastard, a bit of a rogue. And I always liked the roguing players, so he was always my favourite then.
Yeah.
Tony Cotty used to go around with a scrapbook of all these little photos of where he played. So, yeah, it's a nice guy he is, but McAvenny was a boy, mate. He was a right man. Right. And he was always in the newspapers for some page 3 model or something. Yeah, so McAvenny, man, I love him.
For the exact same reason as Kieran, mine is McAvenny as well. There was just something about him that he was like, the modern day like almost like a rock star, a super for me. Like, yeah, if you compare the two of them, Cotty was the Mr. Nice Guy, and you know, all respect to that. But I'm saying McAvenny, if I did come across the newspaper, I'm going to see him on the front page, not even necessarily on the back page. So, yeah, it was, yeah, and you know, the fact that he was Scottish, you know, we're in England and he's Scottish, and McAvenny, I liked his name as well. It was just for me, it would be McAvenny. Maybe not a great reasoning as to why, but
it sounds like it's an Hardman, doesn't it? Hardman McAvenny.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just that. Yeah. But Hammerhead, who would you have picked out of those two? Right. Hammerhead says, I've got Omicron and I feel fine. Yeah, that's the thing. Some people will really feel it and some won't. Love going to Upton Park. I had some dodgy times in a bowling pub. Harmony says, I've got it too, Hammerhead. Felt crap for 2 days, but okay now. Harmony bowling was best used to still shirts in there, and the Queens. Wow. So Happy Hammer, I think the same season as me, 85-86, probably the one that she sort of, that's when she was, you know, really okay. This is the one we've stuck to remember. Tony Cotty was unplayable times, great player.
Yeah, he was.
I went to the hospital. I'm sat with McAvenny. I'm going to ask Stuart a question, just so you know, it's almost balances out this question in a minute. Happy memories, and we can also, well, me and Kieran can. Really was sorry, Kieran. As EastEnders boring. Thank God for Hammers fans United. Kieran, our lass has EastEnders. Oh, so boring. You know, I stopped watching EastEnders about 6 or 7 years ago. Like, I don't really watch the, but it's just the acting in it is just poor. Like, yeah. Sorry. And right, so the question is, Stuart. I went to the bowling during lockdown. Only about 4 of us in there. The memorabilia there is something else. Right, so Stuart and Lee. Stuart, this is, you know, if you had to choose in their prime for Leeds United, and me and Kieran can answer this as well, would you pick, I know they're different positions, would you pick Harry Kewell or Mark Viduka?
Harry Kewell was more busy. Mark Viduka was sometimes lazy. But Mark Viduka knew way back at netball. Even two different.
It's a harder one than the West Ham one.
Kewell was skillful. Kewell was skillful. But Viduka, if you want to see goals, don't you? I'd have to go Viduka. I'd have to go Viduka. Yeah, I'd have to. It hurts me to say that, but I'd have to go Viduka.
Was it Middlesbrough he scored 4 against? Who did he score 4 goals against?
Liverpool.
Oh, Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool.
Oh, yeah. They beat
remember that really well.
5-1. Was it 5-1?
4-3.
Oh, God. 4. Okay, I've got the score wrong. Shit. So imagine that. Winning 4-3 and you scored all the goals and it was against Liverpool.
Yeah, because
it was unplayable that night.
We were supposed to go to that game, but Sulla found out she was pregnant with our boy. So we didn't. So, you know, we've been a Liverpool fan and coming from Cornwall. We got tickets for that game, and she found out she was pregnant and she was as sick as a dog. So we didn't go. I was more gutted about not going to the bloody game. Never mind, right? You know, I was going to be a father again. You know what I mean? You know, but I were an alcoholic back then. You see, so I didn't know what day of week it was.
Yeah.
You know, all I was bothered about was going to the game. I was only young. You know what I mean? I met her when I was 19. I met Sulla when I was 18. So I'm 40. What am I now? 42.
He's asking you, Lee.
Yeah, I'm 42. I ain't got a clue. I don't even know what day of week it is. You know what I mean?
If you're 32, that means your birthday was recently, yeah?
August.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah,
are you 41? If you're at 1980, you'll be 41, won't you?
42, and it's coming up to 42.
Yeah,
42. I'm closer to 42 than I was 41. So out over 0.5, I call myself 42. You know what I mean?
Yeah. My first game, McAvenny and Cotty scored 2 each. McAvenny for me though, because he was just a man. That's probably the same as me and Kieran were saying that. Right, Darren says, I only tuned in for a quiz. That's Tuesday and Wednesday. This was not a quiz. It was like a prediction show, Darren, for the upcoming game. Oh, Viduka Kewell is dead to me. Yeah, why is that?
Because he went to a Galatasaray, wasn't it? He ended up playing at Galatasaray where them 2 Leeds fans got stabbed.
Oh.
Murdered.
Oh, yeah.
Champions League. So yeah, I think that's why Amani don't like him. You know, nobody likes Galatasaray, do they, after how they behave.
Oh, I remember that actually.
Yeah, so and obviously it ain't going to say that he's going to go play for them. Didn't sit well down, did too well with us. He didn't. I remember that day when it's put it all over the news, because Sky Sports News just started coming out with, like, you know, he won 24/7 back then.
No,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So it was like big breaking news. Harry Kewell signing for Galatasaray. I had to look at it twice. I thought they were joking at first, but yeah, I remember. It wasn't that long ago, wasn't either, Amani. Amani will be able to tell you more. I think it wasn't even 2 years, 2 seasons, wasn't it?
And then he went there.
Bit raw.
Little-
Definitely raw.
Hammerhead says, just wanted to take a minute to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Most of all, good health. These days, people don't spend much time or thought on some personal words to their... Yeah, it's true. It is true. And, you know, this platform, or, you know, it's, if used correctly, then, yeah, it's, you know, you can get that message across, and you can, you know, have it reinforced by, you know, the people that's on the screen. And yeah, so I hear what you're saying, Hammerhead. Who's this? Keith
Happy New
says
Year, Hammerhead, mate, as well.
Viduka for me. And because I want to ask Kieran, actually. Darren, laugh at that. Yeah, sorry, there's no quiz. Tuesday, Wednesday. Kieran, in their prime, we can get them at West Ham right now. Viduka or Kewell, and potentially both those positions. These two would, you know, they'd be suited to West Ham.
Yeah, they would. Like this moment in time, we've got
Yeah, this moment in time.
Harry Kewell, don't we? We need a Viduka. We need a goal scorer, mate. He would have been ideal right now. Imagine him banging in goals for us, mate. Yeah, Viduka. Harry Kewell, I like, because he was a player. But we've got enough of them, I think. I want to see a goal scorer. I want to see an out-and-out centre forward. That was Viduka. No airs and graces about that boy. No, it was just a goal scorer. And that's what we're lacking. I mean, that's what the English game is lacking lately. His players got out there just built for scoring goals.
Yeah.
And he was one of them.
I've got a good...
It's officially 44 minutes till transfer window opens now. First it's 44 minutes. Away.
Well,
so our West Ham going to do business early?
I was about to say, that means it's another 27 days until West Ham, you know, get into the transfer market then. I would go with Viduka as well, but this is another good one, I think. And, you know, Cam's is thinking, who the hell are these players? This is for disabled team, Kieran, and I'll answer. Would you pick, and because he played for Leeds as well, would you pick Viduka or Hasselbank as your striker?
I like Kieran. I like Cam's answer first.
That's a toughie, mate.
Yeah.
I love Jimmy Floyd, mate. He's another beast, isn't he?
Hasselbank.
I'd rather have Drogba, though.
He weren't on the menu, mate. Oh, my neck.
I'm diversified. I want Drogba. But Jimmy Floyd, I don't know. That's a hard choice. Viduka is up with Hasselbank. I don't know. I think Stuart would know more because he would have seen more of Viduka at Leeds and know what he did. But yeah, tough one that. I wouldn't mind either.
What about you, Stuart? Viduka or Hasselbank?
Hasselbank. No, hard working. A lot more hard working than what Viduka was. And you knew what you were getting with Hasselbank. Do you know what I mean? It's like when we talk about Viduka, but when the season when we got relegated, he had his bags packed before the last game of the season. You know what I mean? He had his bags packed ready to go. You know what I mean? He wasn't interested. When he wasn't interested, you could see he didn't care. Whereas Hasselbank, he still speaks highly about Leeds.
Yeah.
I know he's also crucial. You know what I mean? He's also, you know, if he's somewhat wrong at Leeds, he'll say it, and that's what I like about him. He's honest. He's honest. He's an honest interviewer. He's an honest pundit. Is Hasselbank. But yeah, definitely Hasselbank.
Viduka been drinking. Never enough space. So no, we understand. Trust me. And it's very much appreciated. I like Viduka, says Darren. And yes, happy lost his soul, to be honest. Keith, Stu, how old was that again? Happy says lovely words. I'm gonna miss these shows when I'm back at work. No quiz. What about whether? Yeah, okay. Well, he did do one already, but Kieran, just let Darren know what. Yeah.
Yeah, it's raining, mate. Apparently, there's a cyclone off the east coast of Australia. It's quite far out, but we're just getting the ends of it with all rain. Just a lot of rain, nice and cool. So it'll only be about 22 degrees.
Darren, Lee's laugh. No, Stuart's laughing. Kieran, this is what he's laughing at. Keith says, Kieran, Peach is a great guy, I think. Peach is great, sorry. Why does he not sit down? He's well funny.
He just don't, like, he's got ants in his pants. He's just always moving about.
Harmony says Viduka and the certified legend is in the building. Charlie Walsh says evening. Good evening, Charlie. Thanks for tuning in as well. Yeah, Charlie, you missed the basic premise of this show, but now we're just talking. So Stuart, what is coming? I know you've had a little break from YouTube. What's coming to the disabled team?
Well, I discussed this with you, I think it was yesterday, and me and Lee were discussing it, and we want to keep it quality over quantity. Do you see what I mean? We want to keep it the same. So we'll be doing a recorded preview, a recorded review, a match day, how you're feeling on day, and team news. And we discussed about you coming on the show, which Lee was happy about. But I discussed it with Lee about maybe inviting other channels. You know, he don't want to do it. He don't want to do it. He says, I'm going to do in Titch. So that's how it is. That's how it is. That's how it is. You know what I mean? He feels comfortable with you. And that's what matters to me. If it's comfortable with you, I'm happy. Do you know what I mean? And if he don't want to do it with other people, I won't make him do it with other people.
Yeah.
I won't do it to him.
Lee, the fact that you're here is a good.
Lee's got good taste, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he knows he's sensible, doesn't he, Kieran? That's all right. You like Peach as well, don't you? You like Peach, don't you? Yeah. He's a bit crazy, but you like Peach, don't you?
Lee, what I would say is I feel honoured that, that you're comfortable for me to come on your channel and, you're not doing it with anybody else. So, yeah, like, I genuinely feel honoured for that, and I can't wait to come on to the Disabled Team channel and as your guest, basically. So, yeah, thanks for that, Lee. But I would say this, Lee. Obviously, I want West Ham to win. You do know that, don't you? I have to. Then I want Leeds to win all the other games, but we need West Ham to win twice.
Well, I'll tell you something. I know a man is listening, and I know Keith's listening. But I hope he beat us in FA Cup so we can concentrate solely on league.
See, that's fair.
It's most important. Staying in league's the most important to us. It has to be. We go down, we won't come back up for a long time.
Exactly. I don't think you will.
We've got to be sensible. We've got to be realistic and say, look, we're in a relegation battle. Half his players are still missing. This is a cup run we could do without, really, if I'm honest.
Yeah, and sure. I mean, that's a worry for me that Moyes might see it as the same. That he might feel that a second string side against you in the FA Cup, having Europe on his plate, might not want it himself. It's a possibility too.
Yeah.
Well, the entertainment value on that game will be 1 out of 10 then, won't it? If they both go for
both teams want to lose.
Yeah, but it'd be 1 out of 10 for entertainment value on that game. Wow. No, I mean, you see, the thing is, though, we can't put any other team out because we haven't got anyone else.
No.
Yeah, so
you know what I mean? So it can only put one team out, and that's the team what you're going to see against Burnley. That's the team we're going to see against Burnley. What you see is play against Burnley is what we'll play against you.
Keith says,
a lot like Moyes is Bielsa. It's a lot like Moyes. It's set in his ways. As one philosophy. good footballing head on his shoulders, but you know, it's the same as Moyes. It's exactly the same as Moyes. It's Bielsa.
Keith says
It is
Stu's
very
still on
similar.
it.
It is very similar.
Midnight. I'll ring you. Carry on, Cam. Sorry, I'm trying to get through these. Charlie says, living in the UK, the idea of casually dropping there's a cyclone like it ain't nothing is just wild to me. Kieran's like, just a cyclone.
Part of the weather, mate.
Like we've have we caught up? No, we haven't. Sorry. Gong or the clash. Yeah. Oh, what I was going to say is, Kieran's New Year was like, I don't know, 9-10 hours ago, and go on, Stu, make it yours, mate. And also, any Leeds fans in here, Stuart is not, you know, a West Ham. That shirt represents he's part of this channel as an official sort of Hammer Gang member. So anybody that's thinking why Stuart got a West Ham shirt, that's a Hammers Fans United shirt. But because he's part of the, you know, the squad. Lee, when you're back at college, mate? When you're back at college, Lee?
It's supposed to be next Wednesday, next Thursday, but because it's in the special side of it, the with this COVID, it might not be going back for quite some time. You know, I mean, it's different. They open it different to mainstream, with it being more vulnerable. If you see what I mean, it's vulnerable. So it might not be going back until probably after Easter or something.
What are you studying, Lee?
You learn from me, won't you? You learn more from me at home anyway.
What are you studying, Lee, at college?
This is going to be good. I've watched it loads of times. What do you do at college, Lee?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. Sweet.
Sweet, is that, isn't it?
Nothing.
You don't do well.
I don't know if you get an A for that. Can you get an A for that?
Well, there's no point having a parents' meeting, is there? Because he don't do well. He won't talk to anyone in class. He won't talk to them.
I'm listening to you. I'm still going. To the league. Oh, Harmony's going to the league game. West Ham v. Where is that? The league game's is that after
London Stadium?
London Stadium? Sorry. Oh, and Harmony's going to that.
Harmony lives in London.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm just assuming she's in Leeds. All right. Leeds says Keith, and Stu keeps blowing bubbles. I'm keeping my eyes peeled. Nah.
Yeah, I'm not worry about that, you know. But you know what? I've got broad shoulders. I can take it. But there's another side to the reason why we talk to you, Teach, is when we first started this YouTube channel, we talked to anybody. We're always in chat, Leeds United chat. We were in Everton chat and all sorts, just chatting away to pass no time. And the ironic West Ham fans who really talk to us, and that's the truth. That's the truth. And that, I won't let anyone pull West Ham fans down. Nobody.
Exactly. If that's
we pull West Ham fans down, I remind them of that. You know what I mean? We tried. His own Leeds fans didn't want to know.
Wow.
I'll tell you one thing, Stewie. My mates, they've got some good mates from Leeds, right? And when I was out here, they said, West Ham were playing Leeds at Upton Park. I remember them telling me about the game, but I was here. And what they did, my mate, he's quite minted, and he hired one of them boxes at Upton Park, And the boys from Leeds came down, so there were sort of 4 of my mates and 4 Leeds boys in the box. And I think Leeds scored, right? And all of a sudden, all the West Hams are throwing bottles and crap at the thing. There was a mixture of 4 West Ham and 4 Leeds in there. And they were attacking the box because he had 4 Leeds boys in there.
Well, Amani sits in Wayans. She went to Leeds Arsenal game. She sat with Arsenal fans, but she cheered when Leeds scored. So she's not bothered. She's crazy, is that Amani? She's crazy. That's why I love her. You know what I mean? She's mad. She sits with away fans, and if Leeds score, she cheers. She chants 33 minutes to midnight.
Yeah, 40.
Well,
Right, she's 40 of one is Hammer's PJs for Sandra.
Do you know something, Amanda? Don't tempt me because I will, and I'll wear them on my show. I'll wear them. I have, but I'll find something. I'll borrow Frankel's onesie and wear that.
Mate,
Yeah.
You're going to have to get one of them half and half scarves when they play West Ham.
No.
Half and off shirt, 2 badges. You know what, Stuart? Yeah, what I would say about you personally is, like I said, we spoke about this on the phone. Is that I didn't know you as, you know, a Leeds United fan, and then I definitely didn't know, and I learned a lot later that you've got your own channel, and you know, you never once self-promoted, or you were genuinely there for, you know, the communication, and you know, like it's a community type interaction. And yeah, I didn't even know, you understand, that you had your own channel, and that, you know, that's for me speaks
I'm
volume.
on your channel. I've got respect for you. I go on West Ham Random. I've got respect for West Ham Random. I won't promote. Why? It's not nice to promote my channel on your show. Do you see what I mean? It's that respect for the channels I go on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's we've been doing this. Just over a year. We've been doing YouTube videos regular, and I think it only come out by accident. Otherwise, no one still would have known now. But then again, it's a lot of Leeds fans. You know what I mean? I only promote channels what are worth promoting, which is yours. You know what I mean? West Ham Randoms. You know, I promote that, but I definitely promote yours because you're honest with guests.
Yeah.
And if Lee feels comfortable with you, we've had to. With Lee especially, he's had to learn how to judge people, make judgment on people. You know, not in a nasty way, but he's got to learn very quickly of who he can trust, who he can't trust, more so than what we do. And if he says that teaches all right, it teaches all right. Do you know what I mean? So that's why we do it. That's why we like coming on.
Yeah, you know, like I said, just what was you gonna say, Kieran?
Cam must be in trouble, right? Like,
yeah. Lee's gonna be whistling. He's a Scouser, Dad. Can't trust him. All right, this
you need.
Yeah. You know, speaking of Cam, I've spoken to Kieran about this. I've spoken to Stuart about this, and you know, I'm not going to disclose everything, but Cam will soon be doing, you know, not something like one from each team in regards to pre-recorded with, you know, him and a guest, a little bit of editing, and then we'll upload. So yeah, Cam will have his own show, which is, like I said, it won't be a live show. Soon, like real soon, and then yeah, that will help Cam, you know, host and be the interviewer. Sorry, and then yeah, you'll see more of him doing things like this on a live stream and, you know, running the show basically. So yeah, Stuart's,
That'll be a good thing to see Cam on more.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
hopefully, it will help me get closer to a lot of viewers as well, and you get closer to me. I'll be able to be a bit more comfortable on camera, and that's just, this is all still brand new to me. This, I'm not gonna lie to you. So getting there bit by bit, step by step, and hopefully,
yeah. And you know, the way we met was organic, and me and Cam said from the get-go, look, we go at the pace just so, you know, he gets used to everything, and yeah, you lot will see him, you know, doing things like this. Like, not that I don't like doing it, but you know, I don't want to be like it's just me. So I would gladly, like, you know, just be watching Kieran, the Sable team, Cam, and, you know, Davey or Charlie Walsh, you know, on the screen, and, you know, I'm in the comments. So yeah, that's the plan. And
I don't think you're making a bad move by getting one in just below you, Titch, if I'm honest. You know, Kieran, I think it's brilliant.
Oh, yeah. Kieran.
Kieran to give Cam's
No. Yeah, he's
it's going to be good for Kieran as well. Good for Cam with Kieran.
Yeah, you know, Kieran is just, he does it for the love of it. He tunes in, you know. So I won't say, oh, Kieran is Hammer's fan, unless if Kieran said, right, I want to be part of the channel, like officially, then you understand he is. Like, but I always tell Kieran that, you know, I'm grateful once again. Whenever he can make it, you know, I love to have him on here. And you know, you're gonna, you'll see him on here often, and he's part of the furniture, and you know, so that's
you've known each other from West Ham Random, haven't you, as well?
Yeah.
You know what I mean, which is a good thing.
Yeah,
you know?
and me and Kieran is very much on the same sort of wavelength a lot of the times, and you know, he was the one that finished off my song as well. So we co-wrote a West Ham song from, you know, he's all the way in Australia, but yet we managed to. Huh?
You gonna sing it
You're
for us?
not writing.
Kieran doesn't write. He's like you. He's more gifted with his hands. He likes making things.
He's just like a cameo, like, you know, I was in the kitchen and all of it came to me. So yeah, the end bit that I came with, you need a little tweaking, and Kieran, you know, there was people throwing stuff in the chat, and then I was like, no, and then Kieran's one straight away, like, yep. So we co-wrote a little tune or whatever you want to call it.
You gotta sing it for us. We've got to hear it now after you're talking about it.
Oh yeah, Cam, you don't know the song, do you? Kieran, you're gonna sing it? I think he's asking you.
Not me singing it. You're
Look at
You're the artist here. You're the one that can sing. I sound like a strangled cat. So
I can guarantee you, the way Kieran come up with the last line is, he was singing it in the shower, and then he came up with, like, he was around the house, but mama, do. He's doing all that, and then he came in, yeah, that's it, and yeah, that's how he came up with it. Look at Lee laughing. Right, let me get to the comments. We're not too far behind.
That's one way of dodging the song, isn't it?
No. We love our little West Ham buddy Corey, don't we, Stu?
Well, yeah, Corey's a nice man as well. Corey's a good man. He's on a channel called West Ham Way.
I've heard of it.
I know Corey. Yeah. I've seen him before. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a young lad, isn't he? He's honest. He's honest about West Ham as well. Do you know what I mean? He's honest. He's a good lad. He's Corey. Yeah, he's a good lad. I like Corey. He's a good lad.
Keith says, "Go on, Stu, from the heart as always," which that's
will be Keith. Always will be. Especially, it's only way to be. There's no point being something you're not. Especially when you're doing a YouTube channel.
You know what? Hammerat says, "You got me more than you got more balls than me, guys. I can't be on camera. Watch this, yeah. Remember this, what I say, yeah. West Ham Network put me on once, and I just froze. You'll be on here soon, Hammerat, with your video. Whether it's one from each team, whether it's something like this, you'll be on here.
She knows her stuff as well, don't she? Hammerat knows her stuff.
Team manager.
I'll tell you what, Pitch. If you was Lanzini, she'd still be on. No, not
yeah. She's She know what she'd be like. If I was Lanzini, 1 second. We found it from outside the British Isles. Useless info for you, but since we formed in 1895, Di Canio was our first captain from outside the British Isles. See, I like all these little stats. Di Canio, yeah. If I was, right, I know Kira's gonna laugh here. If I was Lanzini, Hammerhead would be in the comments. Send me the link. 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 We'll be off air. She'll be like, send me the link. Send me the link. Send me the link.
Okay. She'll probably go, no, hang on, I've got to do my makeup first.
Yeah. Let me just, I'm ready. This is laughing. Stupid stuff that happened. No, it's good info. I can't remember what I was going to say now. So Kieran, you're going to do the show that we've got lined up for Cams, ain't you? We spoke about that. I've also come up with another concept that I'm not going to put it out there, but yeah, you two once again, a little off air, and we record it and put it down. But yeah, something that I think Kieran would, and Stuart would love it, but Kieran, I think, because actually I'm going to say I don't really care. Basically, the name of it would be called The Ultimate Team. And the reason why is because I didn't want to say anything like 11, because Russ has got his My Hammer there. I was thinking of I can't even remember what it was, but it had 11 in it. I thought, no, I don't want to do that. So yeah, The Ultimate Team. Now the concept is, Kieran and Stuart and Cams, Kieran, you pick your all-time world 11 from, you know, the players that, so you'll be bringing new players to my, like foreign players, like not, so it would be, the ultimate team, something like that. And, you know, your team, you're going to have players in that I've heard of, but I haven't seen play, and some of mine you'll be like, yep. And Stuart, same thing, like, so it would be like, your all-time 11, basically, so the ultimate team, something like that, because, you know, FIFA's got...
Is it going to be like the one from each team, one from each, or as many as you want from each?
No, as many as you want. So basically, one from each team is one from each Premier League team. This one would just be a team of 11 made up of players, you know, that you feel, listen, this is my, it's going to be hard, but this is my ultimate 11. So, for instance, Kieran might say Gordon Banks. I wouldn't pick Gordon Banks because, you know, I didn't see him play. But, you know, Kieran might say Bobby Moore, Beckenbauer, all these players that I know these players, but I don't know. Yeah. So I wouldn't pick them. But, you know, Kieran might have, you know, your Baresi's and all. You know, Baresi was playing when I know him, but I didn't see enough of Franco Baresi. So, that's the another concept. So, which should be very interesting. But I think, I'll put it out there now. Maradona gets in my team, and I think he would be in Kieran's as well. So I would definitely put Diego Maradona in my team.
He would be my first pick, and then pick the team around that.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to have watched Pele play football.
Yeah, I never saw him play.
You know what I mean? Like the videos, you watch the videos of him playing, and because they were from 1960s and 70s, he couldn't see. The quality isn't there.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't like watching them when it's like that because you don't see the beauty.
Yeah, you can't appreciate what's really happening. Happy says, did you see my pick earlier on random WhatsApp, Kieran?
Yeah, I did. She had 2 Lanzinis, I think, with her on that picture.
Bloody greedy.
No, not happy with one. She wanted 2.
I bet she was in the middle, weren't she? Was she squashed in the middle as well?
No, she weren't actually. Up front.
Keith says, God bless everyone. Happy New Year soon in 20 minutes.
I've only got like 5 minutes, man. I'll have to disappear. So I'm going to get a bollocking for not being down there.
You have to say you play theme playing. You don't have to, Hammerette, but no, you don't have to. But like I said, that will be you know, maybe there's something like that would suit you, as in like, you're on camera, but it's not to a live audience. It is, and one from each team's the same. Oh, sorry, Kieran's going to do that. Stuart, I don't know if you've thought about doing a one from each team, but I would love to get you, and you would be the first non-West Ham fan to take part in that show. So like, make it happen, please.
With some homework. I mean, I'm already doing homework on guess the player and initials because
yeah.
We haven't put us all to shame last time. So I said that we're going to do my homework, and I am. I am doing
Kieran,
my homework.
Let's make a show, Happy Hammer and all uncomfortable YouTube characters. Yeah. What would that be called? The in-betweeners. Kieran, did you see Hammerette's? I think you was tired that day. See when we done the initial thoughts game. Did you see?
Yeah, I didn't see much. I'm shattered. I had to get to bed.
She killed it.
I flicked back later next day, and I could just see her answering everything. And it was bloody annoying.
Yeah.
I can't think that. Shut up, Amarette. Will you stop getting them right? What are you all about? How do you do that?
She killed it, man.
You don't even know which way the letters around, do you? But that does my head in.
No.
You've got to stop that. Really.
The women put the men to shame, you know. Honestly, they did.
What's that?
Put us men to shame. The women put us men to shame.
Yeah. Who was the other one?
Yeah.
Was it Harmony? Harmony. Sorry. But Hammerette got 8 out of. I think we ended up doing 31. It's meant to be 30, but and at the end she kind of didn't get any of the last 5 or 6. But like to get 8.
I think she was just giving the lads a chance, to be honest.
Yeah.
Do you know that the reason I won't be any good at that because most of the time the players that you don't really know, the real famous players, I don't take any notice to their first name.
First names.
I don't know what their initials are. I just know them as whatever, and I go, what is his first name? I don't know.
But Kieran, let's say it's Harry Kane, for instance. Kilo Hotel Kilo. You could just put Kane. You don't have to do the first name. You can just throw in the surname. So you don't have to put the full name.
That's what some people did as well. Because they just
Yeah.
threw surnames in, first names, not even right.
Just to do it quickly, innit? Let me see. Darren laugh out loud. Happy says we could do impressions of Diaz in a head. That would be funny. That would be actually funny if we had like 3 or 4 people in there that's not comfortable on camera. Like that would be hilarious.
We call
I
it
would find
the reluctant YouTuber.
Yeah, the in-betweeners, we call them. Right, I was fine till Titch mentioned it, and then my mind. So she's saying that, you know, she was on a roll, and then when I mentioned she was on a roll, I think, then she just, yeah, it knocked her off her game. Oh yeah, it was kind of. I was letting the blokes have a bit of a chance. Darren done well actually as well. I think Darren.
Well, she won't lie there, you know. She probably will let us have a chance on all week. She put us out of the game, mate. I'm telling you.
Keeps keeping us updated. Thank you, because obviously we will see in the new year on camera, because 15 minutes. Not Cam's, because Cam's got to go. But yeah, we can. Yeah. So, do you lot do resolutions?
Yeah, but they last about 2 seconds, and then I just go to the kitchen and get a packet of crisps out as soon as I've said it. No, I don't believe in it. I believe if you're going to say you're going to do something, 9 times out of 10 you don't. So what's the point of saying it? You might as well just do it if you're going to do it. Have you got any resolution?
Yeah, Lee's gonna do something at college this year.
Yeah, that's his resolution. Pick up a pen. Pick my pen up.
I've said
Pick
to
my
him,
pen up.
say hello to your class friends, and then I'll be a happy man. But he don't even do that. We've been told by teacher. He just goes in and sits down, looks at clock, looks at his phone, waits till it's time to come home, and he comes home. He didn't even go.
That sounds like the perfect college to me.
Isn't it?
And he don't even say hello to no one either.
I guess you have to have Lee.
Yeah, exactly. Just resolution is pick up a pen and take the lid off. That's your New Year's resolution. What about you, Cam? New Year's resolution?
I always try to make one, but I always give up after about a week. It's normally just the same old, and I just try and get myself in shape a bit, and then I just give up. But, I'm not even going to bother. If I'm, like Stu said, if I'm going to do something, I'm just
say hello.
There's no point saying it.
Oh, here, say hello.
Hi.
No, on camera.
No, I've worked hard to get my weight put on cam. You know what I mean? I don't want to really give it all away again. It took me a long time to get this shit.
Nah, you got to keep it. You have to keep that.
What do you mean?
No.
Yeah.
No, Kieran, actually. Kieran, you've been on, the West Ham. This is like a genuine question. You've been on West Ham channels for what, 4 years now, or maybe longer?
No, I was only, not really. I was sort of, it might be 3 years ago. I went on American Hammers TV and done an interview with them. And then done one, Frankel done a quiz show, and I went on that. And that was about it then. Then I left it, and I just, I didn't want to jump into it all the time. So, it was just that really. I done it because they're the only ones I really watched back then with American Hammers, because of the timing. When they put a show on, it was good timing for me, All the other guys, when their shows come on, and a lot of them were middle of the night, so I never got to bother with them. So, but I could with them. And that was it really, and until I popped on with Peach and yourself.
So basically, what I meant is, you've been a viewer to West Ham channels for about 4 years, or no, that's not correct. Different
3 years probably.
Right. So have you seen a change in fan channels from the start of then to now, like how fan channels are going, or what is the content and stuff like that?
Yeah, I think there is a change. I think when they first start out, you notice they're more subscriber orientated, and as they grow, they seem to lose that. So I mean, it's probably hard because they've got so many people commenting and all that. It must be hard to keep that in touch. It gets harder for them, I suppose. But you can see them losing that sort of relationship with their fan base, or their subscribers.
Yeah.
Probably because there's more of them.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to disappear, me lads. But Stu, Lee, it's been a pleasure to meet you, by the way.
And you, Cams, and you.
Yeah.
Cam, thanks
it's been a pleasure as always as well.
No, thanks for jumping in, man.
Go on,
Yeah,
you
Cam, boy. See you
Nice
later,
one.
Cam.
See you later, boys.
See you later.
He'll probably get trouble by his mummy for being a bit late. That's what living at home like.
Right. Happy Hammer said, I stopped smoking New Year's Eve. This one, I need to eat less ice cream. You know what the funny thing is? I love ice cream. Like, 1 second. What about you, Kieran? Like, what's your... You don't look like you got a sweet tooth to me.
No, I don't. I don't have a sweet tooth at all. So,
Nah.
yeah, I don't have to worry about that. I wish I could give up the smoking. That would be a good idea.
But I bet that's been since you was like 14, 15 or...
No, do you know? No, it's not actually.
Oh.
I had a strange story about why I started smoking, but I didn't start smoking until I was in my 30s.
Oh.
And weirdly enough.
Yeah, that's late.
Yeah. So I it was stupid, really stupid. But there you go. Yeah.
Harmony.
There is a story to go with it, but I won't go into it.
What is it? Not yeah. Okay. Right, Harmony. Thank you for joining. Have a happy 2022, and we will see you next time.
Yeah.
Is it a good?
Harmony.
At least you're absorbing your surroundings, Lee. At college. Oh, look at Charlie. Oh, Charlie, do you want to jump on? Why's Franco always got to come up? Happy New Year, Harmony, very low. Hey,
I'll mention it. Charlie won't talk to me no more. No? I'll mention it. All right.
Let me see. You might want to. 1 second. Forward. Let's see if Charlie boy wants to come on. Charlie Wolf, sorry. So yeah, Lee, how was it being on someone else's channel for the first time?
Yeah, good, yeah.
Have you enjoyed it? Yeah. Good. You're a man of few words, aren't you? But what you say, you mean. And that's what I love about you.
I'm glad you came on. Who's your favourite Leeds player, Lee?
Bamford.
Oh, it's Bamford, yeah. I thought you were going to say Rafinha. Okay, 1 second. Happy New Year. Oh, Hammerhead. Yeah, boom. And good evening, Leanne. Nice to see you. And Leo, that's Leo. Happy New Year. And Thomas. Happy New Year, Coach. Oh, it's Leo. Good evening, Leo. Thank you for joining. So Patrick Bamford. So when is Leeds v Brighton on Sunday? No, Burnley. Sorry.
Yes, I'm here.
What do you think the score's going to be?
Probably 3-0 to Leeds.
Do you think we're going to win?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what we can do? We can actually do this now. We can do the same concept for Leeds v Burnley. So we'll ask Kieran first. Kieran, a Burnley, if you had to pick one, a Burnley player to watch, and Burnley's away.
Yeah. I watched them the other day and not impressed me at the moment. But I've always liked Chris Woods up front. I've always liked him. I always think he's dangerous. Not the greatest striker in the world, but he's a handful.
Yeah.
So I always liked Chris Woods. And I think Leeds might struggle to score against them. So I'm hoping Leeds nick it 1-0. And I hope they just nick it 1-0, get 3 points on the ball. Because I don't like Burnley.
Nor do
I
I.
don't like them.
I can't stand them.
So I just don't like their style of football. They're just hanging on all the time. They don't try and entertain that much. So I'm not a big fan of Burnley. So yeah, hopefully Leeds will turn them over 1-0.
But he seems to be getting. With Sean Dyche has been here before, and he, Kieran.
Yeah.
He knows what it takes to get out of this position he's in.
He does.
And that's the worry I've got with Leeds at this moment in time. With the players we've got missing, and I never use players as an excuse, never injuries as an excuse. I never used that as an excuse. So I won't. But with we're relatively new against the Premiership. You know, this is that second season syndrome or whatever you want to call it. I didn't believe in it, but I do now. I really do. I think there's something about the second season, and whether that's these top managers know how to play against us, or if it's, you know, we've come up against better quality managers. Whereas in Championship, we got away with it for 2 seasons. Whereas in Premiership, we don't seem to be getting away with it this time around. You know what I mean? We only play one way, and that's gun ho. We leave gaps in behind us.
Yeah, that's what you mean. Hey, CW.
Hey, all right. How is everyone? Happy New Year.
And you, what is that behind you?
This is my friend Danny. He's a hammer, definite hammer. He's good lads.
Uncle Festa.
You might have heard he's a fan of a team in Wales. Ignore that. That's not true. He's a good lads. Yeah, he's my friend. I just thought I'd introduce. You know what I mean? Stuart's on a West Ham channel for the first time. I thought we'd introduce Danny for the first time, just to let the people know he's going to be about. You know.
What I've noticed, Charlie, you've sat at a different angle. You're hiding something from your background. What's he hiding, Kieran? Or Stuart?
Oh, I know what he's hiding. He's in that shrub. That shrub he's got in his room.
No.
Nah.
Gone.
Is it? He's at a different angle today as well. He's normally from there.
Hang on, Danny. Step back. Hang on. Usually I'm like this, but as you can see, I'll tell you the story. I'll tell you a nice story, right? I woke up the other day, and as you know, Titch, my sleeping pattern is all over the shop at the moment, even more so than it usually is. Come on, Dad, get involved, mate. And yeah, literally, I woke up, and my girlfriend goes, "Yeah, I've got rid of the tree, did all the tidying, did everything," and I was like, "Oh," just out of nowhere, like I didn't know any of it was happening. So that's not being hidden. It's just literally not. Tis nay there, Squire.
So
Danny is the tree now. He's the rock. He's the guy I depend on, etc., etc.
Danny, Uncle Festa. Charlie, what do you think
he won't argue with you, will he?
Nah, he won't say nothing.
He
He's scared, actually.
He hates Frank. Look at that. That was the look of his face when you brought up Frankel. Look at that anger.
Charlie.
Yes.
What do you think about our very special guest in the chat? Not Kieran. Not in the chat. In the stream. Sorry.
Oh, I was like, was there someone in the chat?
No.
There was people in the chat I'd never spoken to before, like Harmony and that. But it's amazing to see. I've seen your name around for so long at this point. It feels like it's almost like it's weird in this. I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about, but it's weird speaking to people
when you haven't
knowing what they look like. You just sort of know them as DTT or like the disabled team or whatever. I don't know. Now to put a name to a face is a wonderful thing. I hope you're well, bro, and I hope you're.
Yeah, we're doing well. We're doing well.
Also, Cam told me, you know, when the only time he came on West Ham Random and you was there, he said that his dad knows you from the channel. So when he was saying, "Oh, Charlie Walsh," his dad was like, it was almost like, "Oh wow, I was on a stream with," because his dad obviously knew who you were from Hammer's Chat. So yeah, it was like, yeah, he told his stepdad that he was on a stream with Charlie Walsh, basically. I
had it very quickly. By the way, I've got to go with 1 minute till 1 minute to 12. I've got to run because New Year's stuff, but I wanted to show up anyway. But I had a job interview a couple of months ago, and the guy was asking me about Hammer's Chat because he was a West Ham fan, which was very weird.
So he knew you.
That was very weird.
Did you get the job?
Yeah.
Look, slept his way to the top.
What does Danny think about Charlie?
How to do it?
He says we're going to smash him. We're going to smash
Lee, Danny will say more at college than you do, Lee, by all accounts.
You know what you should do, Lee? You should get one of these made up of yourself and then just sort of stick it in the corner, and then you don't have to go in anymore. That's the sort of thing I would have done. Just leave it there. Then you don't even have to attend. Do you know what I mean? Look, don't get me wrong. I don't think Stuart will back it, but I will wholeheartedly. That's a Hammer's Chat promise. There you go.
I know. I've always said to him, he learns more at home doing this than he does at college. You know what I mean? He at home when he's talking, he's improving his language skills. I mean, 3 years ago, he couldn't say a word. He couldn't say a sentence. And this has helped him a lot. This YouTube chat's been, so it's good that way. You know what I mean? It's good and bad in everything, isn't it? And it's a good thing that this is a good thing what we do, and it's a good thing that Titch he feels comfortable with Titch as well. So it's a win-win really for him.
Charlie, you better go.
Yeah, I've got to run. But as someone who did the exact same thing, I used to be a nervous wreck before YouTube. You can ask anyone; it helps me a lot. So it's a wonderful thing to hear. Happy New Year,
and now
everyone.
look at him. Thank you, Charlie. Nice one.
Now I'm rocking about with Danny DeVito. What a time to be alive! Happy New Year, everyone. Hope you all have a good time.
Nice one, Charlie. Have a new year. Good New Year. See you later. Thank you. See you later. So we've got probably 30 seconds. Kieran's like, what's all the fuss about? I'm already there. You lot are late to the party. He's there. But like I said, it's okay. This clock says almost midnight, but I don't drink. We'll raise a glass. And yeah, with good people as well. Like it's midnight. Yeah. So
Happy New Year,
everybody in the chat.
Happy New Year, boys.
Yeah. Look, everyone that's in the chat, you lot are in this chat, and it is New Year's. So once again, we have to feel, I have to feel, grateful for that. And I'm, like Kieran and Disabled Team, there's not a lot of genuine people out there, and not just on YouTube. And you two is one of them. So I'm glad that you lot are here, and everybody in the chat, all of you. I don't know. Oh, UFO. UFO has appeared by Tower Bridge in London, and then he's also laughing. But yes, I can't remember what I was gonna say. I can't even remember.
All I expect from this year is that we're better than this year coming now. Is hopefully better than the last 2 years we've had, health-wise anyway, for people, definitely. I want this COVID to end. I want it to go away. I don't think it will go away fully, but hopefully it won't be as bad now that we've got the vaccines and stuff. So let's just get on with life. Let's just get on with it.
I just hope that they don't start with the, lockdowns and all of that. And yeah, I just hope that they don't, stop people doing what they want to do, basically.
Make a way even forward more than just keep going. I mean, that's what we have to do. Just make a way forward and keep going. Just battle through it.
What? And Kieran and Stuart.
Fireworks.
I know. What do you think the Premier League's motivation is to keep the football going? Is it the money, or is it, is it the, they want people to have something to. Like, do you think it's about the money for the Premier League?
No, I don't think there's any moral decisions made by the Premier League, for people's good of their health or their well-being. I've never believed that, mate. The first thing they did, didn't they, when they went into lockdown, there was no fans at the stadium. They had the streams of the games, didn't they, and charging people money for it.
Right.
I mean, that tells you everything. If they wanted, if they're worried about people's health and well-being, they would have given everyone a free access to them streams, but they didn't. It was about money, and everyone knows it. Don't expect them. And at the end of the day, it's a business, and they're trying to earn as much as they can out of it, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah. And Stuart, I don't know if you agree with. I just think that yes, I want the football to stay on, but the fact that even I said this during the last, the lockdown where the football was still going on. If you're trying to stop something, then why would any sports be on? And in theory, everybody would stay in their house for a month, and then it would clear itself. Do you understand? So it's just there's too much contradictions when the average Joe can't go and see their family or whatever, but yet sports people are still partaking in contact sports. So that doesn't make no sense.
You're right, and I also think that they're scared to death of this having to play, reschedule all these games in because you've got World Cup coming up. I mean that generates millions, doesn't it? Millions and millions of pounds.
Yeah.
It's just a combination. Unfortunately, it's all boils down to that one thing, doesn't it? And that's money. It's money. I mean, I don't understand why they don't have it. if the numbers are as bad as what they say they are and everything else, why not have it played behind closed doors? Give everyone access to watching it again, but free. Everybody gets it for free.
Exactly.
Not having to subscribe to Sky Sports or BT Sport. It should be free. You know what I mean? If they want to see it as us giving us something to look forward to, that's how they could do it.
Yeah, exactly. That would have happened, and it didn't. So that tells you everything. And even though you mentioned the World Cup, Stuart, even the fact that we are interrupting our season to play a World Cup in Qatar tells you
Crazy.
how corrupt the whole FIFA is, right? That's how corrupt it is, because it was madness. It's absolutely.
Well, that's what got Platzer sacks, and that were all bribes coming, wasn't it? You know what I mean? That's what got FA into trouble in the first place, playing his World Cup in Qatar. So I would have thought they might have null and void it. I thought they might have looked for any reason to null and void it, to be honest. This would have been perfect excuse not to have it. You should have said, look, we are having it this year and we'll wait until it's better in 4 years' time.
Right.
But they won't do that.
Hammer says this display with the drone is so they're doing a drone display fireworks. It says Titch, there's a line in the sky. That's sorry, I wanted to Darren. So if Wally's still here, I will put the picture up now. I don't know if Wally's still here. Hopefully he is. So sorry, look, we're gonna cover all of our faces.
Wally.
Is Wally still here?
He's got a few hours to go, hasn't he? He's got 5 hours to go before his New Year. Wally.
That's the picture he's talking about. Wally, if you're still here.
Thank you, Darren. Love it.
Yeah, it's a nice thing.
Boom. There's a line. Oh no, he's here. Wally's still here. There's a line in the sky. So yeah, they're doing the drone. Showing it from the drone's perspective. Let me remove that. But yeah, that's a great picture, Darren.
Yeah, really good there.
Oops, wrong thing.
That's amazing as well, though, isn't it? How people like Kira now sitting in Australia. I mean, I'm wearing England. It makes me laugh. It still makes me laugh to this day. How that happens, it's
and
different.
Do you know what's even more funny, Stuart, is that Kieran has said already, Brisbane is an hour different than everywhere else in Australia, Kieran?
No, there's a few time zones, but to New South Wales, right, the start of New South Wales, the state, it's only half an hour away or so, but they're an hour difference because they do daylight saving and we don't. We don't change their clocks in Queensland, but they do change their clocks in New South Wales. So they're, half an hour away. They celebrated New Year's Eve, an hour before we did the New Year. Really
so then they can drive to Brisbane and celebrate the New Year again.
And go again. Yeah, they can do it twice. Yeah.
And so, Stuart, imagine that. Imagine in up north and down south was different. So let's say now is midnight for you, but for me it's 11 o'clock. It's it's crazy. And
it's crazy. Yeah.
That's weird. And America.
The one thing that's the real inconvenience for people that live around the border, right? And it's a soft border. There isn't no barriers or nothing. You just drive. All of a sudden you're in Queensland. All of a sudden you're in New South Wales. But there's a lot of people that live on the other side in New South Wales who work in the Queensland side. So if they start work at 9 o'clock, they've got to change by an hour. They're actually shutting 8 o'clock of their time. It's bizarre.
That's crazy. And the thing is, obviously, because they're so close, you're never going to see a difference in. Nighttime don't fall quicker for one. It's going to be nighttime or darkness comes at the exact same time, but yet you're an hour apart. Yes. Wally, how many time zones in the United States? Because I know there's a few in there. There's not just two. I'm sure there's a few. So, again, another country with multiple time zones.
Yeah, multiple.
Stuart sent you a fireworks display. Keith sent you a fireworks display, Stuart, on WhatsApp.
Thank you, Keith.
Still going on BBC. All right. Stuart, do you want to? I mean, everybody. No, maybe there is some unknown people in here. Like, do you want to? What do you want to say about your channel? Like,
Well, it's our channels. It's a bit like yours. Good group of people who come on it. A lot of your viewers are from. A lot of West Ham viewers will watch us. Do you see what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
So it's how you said before when you said it's how it should be. Our YouTube channel should grow and our community should grow. Our channel, it's just a two group of lads, father and son, who we don't do anything by script. Just like you do, it's all off the cuff. You know what I mean? Nothing's rehearsed. Nothing's rehearsed. And we just talk about Leeds, and we talk about other things, don't we? We get everyone involved, as many people as we can. So yeah, just like you do, Titch. You know what I mean? It's just the same as yours, but you've got the better graphics.
slightly, just slightly. But yeah, you know, I like the father and son. That concept, like especially for something like YouTube, and I would imagine, you know, people might just stumble across your channel and they see it's a father and son and the interaction, and you know, subscribe regardless of what club, or even if they're into football. You know, there's a lot of channels on YouTube that are, you know, look, for instance, Thailand Paul's got he goes around Thailand and eats.
Yeah, he's got a good
Normally,
channel.
yeah, normally you wouldn't say, oh, I'm gonna subscribe to it. No, but once you see it and you understand. So yeah, have you seen his stuff? No, you have, Kieran. Sorry, I saw you commented the other day actually. Thailand Paul.
Yeah, I watched one. Yeah, I clicked on subscribe to him, and I watched his IKEA one.
Yeah. Oh, you saw that? Yeah. Yeah. That is
and
funny.
I sent him a comment, like, you know, and he appreciated the fact I sent him a comment, as I've done with Stuart. I've put a couple of comments on his channel when I watched his. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice to be nice.
Exactly.
Yeah, it costs out to be nice, neither does it, Kieran.
No, exactly.
Costs out
It's
neither.
nice to be nice, man. There's too many people about who want drama, and that's pointless. Absolutely.
Mm. It's a waste of energy, and but yeah, so yeah, both of you, the ultimate team would be, you know, as soon as you maybe think of that, you might have, that will be, you know, a great show, and Cam should have his show up and running soon. So yeah, we'll be seeing more of you two on this channel, thankfully.
Yeah, it'd be good. It'd be good. Really good.
3 in the continental US, and then Hawaii and Alaska a couple of hours behind. So America has like maybe 4 time zones.
Probably, yeah.
That's crazy, like in Italy. You know, imagine England having time zones different in north to it as itself. It'd be crazy, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I couldn't cope with it. My head would be black. I wouldn't know. I know it gets confused now with time zones.
Yeah. I mean, the vastness of Australia is basically a continent on its own. So where I am on the east coast to Perth, which is on the far side, on the west coast, that's like, it ain't far off flying from London to New York.
Wow.
It's not, that's how wide Australia is, you know? It's a long way. So
That's crazy. Yeah, that's,
it's
and
not far off, you know?
the thing, am I right in saying, Kieran, that Australia, you know, the land mass is massive, but the population is not that much, is it, in Australia?
No, we have a population in Australia of about 24 million.
Yeah.
So, most of the populated areas are around the coastline. You know, the middle of Australia is pretty barren, but there are lots of big farms out there. And when I say cattle farms they have out west and all that, some of their farms are bigger than England.
The farms.
Yeah.
The actual cattle property, you know, it's bigger than the UK. That's how big some of them are. It's massive.
That's, yeah. You can't fathom that. So
No, it's really hard to take in. Now, when I first came to Australia, I mean, I had to work in Sydney, so I drove down from Brisbane to Sydney, and it took 11 hours. to drive. You know, I've never driven 11 hours in my life.
That's
I drove
crazy.
from Brisbane up to Cairns, and it took me 24 hours to drive there. You know, and I'm saying Sydney's nowhere near the bottom, and Cairns is nowhere near the top. You know, see how big
And-
Australia is.
and- yeah, that's
Them
that's
distances,
crazy.
Yeah,
Wow.
they're massive.
A farmer's own land that is the size of or bigger than England.
Yeah,
That's-
crazy.
Oh,
Massive,
And I
yeah.
think half acres a lot.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
If someone's
in
got
acres,
I live on an half acre plot of land. I think it's huge. But
Hmm.
half acre to an Australian, it's like having a little back garden.
Exactly. Yeah.
I know.
Hamas.
I mean,
Hamas
that's
is
just
big.
the big one. Big cattle station.
That's crazy though. Bigger than this country. Did you say UK or England?
No, just England. Not
Yeah, I thought you said yeah, but
England,
still,
no.
like yeah, still.
That's
Um,
what they
big up-
that. Whether they're all that big still, I don't know. Where things have gone in the last 10 years, but that's how big they used to be. It was just, you know, they need helicopters to get around the place. You know,
That's-
when they muster the cattle, they use helicopters to muster the cattle
Yeah, yeah.
to get them,
That's-
fly out to them and bring them back or whatever they're going to do. You know, the helicopters get them out, they buzz them and get them out of the trees and keep them moving with the guys and the horses.
We
Yeah.
use sheepdogs.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh my.
They use horses still, but they use a lot of the quad bikes and motorbikes to muster cattle and the helicopter. You know,
Wow.
because there's so many, so vast.
Oh,
Yeah.
so let me read this comment. Keith says, I'm ringing Stu to talk to Lee soon. Wish him happy new year. Okay, sorry, I thought he was ringing right now. 24 million people, 100 million kangaroos. Tylen Paul works with me. He's one of the good guys. Just shows how the States is. My goal is to go on the Disabled Team channel. That's Keith. And big ups to the Disabled Team. Always respect you guys and your opinions. I'll second that.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
But you lot, I think we'll wrap this up. But yeah, I want just to say, Kieran as always, but Stuart and Lee, it's your first time going on another channel, and I would say I'm honoured, man. Honoured that you came on. Honoured that I know Lee's stance on even doing anything with anybody else. So Lee, thanks for coming on. Like, I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And
Kieran, isn't it? It's good to see Kieran, and it's you see, I was gonna go on. I'll be really honest with you. I mean, we was gonna go on West Ham Random's channel, but because there's new people now, Lee's like gone backwards. With it because the new people and it's wary with them again. Whereas whereas it used to be Peach, Titch, Kieran, and it used to be Peach, Titch, Kieran, and
Budgie.
But now there's all different people on again now, so it's gone backwards. So I've got to get him more confident again.
I understand that.
So it's not like I've got out against West Ham Random or like that. It's just I'll only put Lee on channels who feels comfortable going on.
Well,
Fair enough.
like I said, Lee, I'm so happy that you came on here. Like, it was definitely my pleasure, and I would imagine Kieran, echoes what I'm saying in regards to you two.
Absolutely, Lee. I always wanted to have a chat with Stu and Lee, like ever since I realised they had their own channel, and when I watched it, I went, fair play to you. Really good stuff. The two of you do well together, and I mean, it's a great little thing you do. So I feel honoured that I'm here on the first time you've been on another channel, that I could talk to both of you. I think it's an absolute pleasure.
We could hear a good one. Yeah, we could, couldn't we? Good.
And if Lee doesn't mind me, I'm doing something right. I feel honoured.
Exactly. And he's clearly a good judge of character.
Well, it's nice for me a couple of hours a night. So you know what I mean. He's pretty good at judging characters. Yeah, you're pretty good at judging characters. What treats Titch and Kieran? Yeah, do you like them? Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, we like you, Lee.
I like you too.
We like you. And also, you know, Kieran's wife and his daughter in, you know, Christmas messages and that, even the fact that they are going to take time out to say happy, you know, Happy New Year, Happy Christmas, or like, yeah, like that means a lot to me, a lot. That people are, you know, taking time out of their day for these type of gestures. Yes, I love the idea of.
My wife's getting into it more now. When we first started, she didn't really pay much attention to it, but recently she's been getting more involved with it. She's been getting more involved with it now.
That's what I was going to ask you. How did you do the animated background in the video you sent me earlier?
OBS.
And a green screen.
Yes.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, that's, you know. So, Kieran. So basically, Stuart sent me a video. Just, you know.
I sent one
Happy
to
New
West
Year.
Ham Random as well. I don't know if Peach got it or not, but I sent one to West Ham Random as well, and I mentioned everyone on that channel as well.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if you got it or not, but
Well, this is what I'm saying with you. Honestly, what you could do with that OBS is frightening. Honest, I'd shudder to think what you could do with that. Honestly.
so does that mean, because I know you can run it, Charlie Walsh does it, he runs it alongside StreamYard. Could this background behind us here be, it must be able to, could it be animated?
On OBS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were here, but
we've
got something moving behind us.
And everything. I mean, the room what we've done, we've added a bits to it, but we've got like a working fire on wall. We've got a TV, working TV at the back of us, where we're going to have us introduction videos on it, and there's table on it where we talk about where we are in table. We've got a fan in the ceiling what goes round.
Wow.
I'll send you a video, but the problem I've got with it is the lighting. The lighting.
Yes.
You know, we've got the decent camera and everything now, so I've got a new desk coming, which is more. We had an L-shaped desk.
Yeah.
And it's a small room, so I couldn't put my lights up. So we've got a smaller desk with new lights, and then hopefully we're going to be migrating OBS with StreamYard.
Yeah. Because.
And if I can do it, you know what I mean. I you know what you could do with that operating system is unbelievable.
Yeah, I think you see, like basically when I do the pre-recorded and I actually edit, you know, I've put in a working fireplace, I've put in a working clock, but that's a lot of work. I know that OBS is kind of it's different. It's because it's a streaming rather than editing. It's easier to.
It won't take, and you record on OBS straight away direct, so you're not having to edit.
Yeah.
So all the time, and I had to reset my PC and I had to rebuild that room up. And this is me. It took me to put everything in about 20 minutes. You'll be able to do it in about 5.
Yeah, I need to. Yeah, definitely in time. Because like you said,
I'll send you. I mean, you can't see me and Lee, just like I said, it's the chroma key and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'll send you a room recorded what we've got. The room what we've done, and you'll see how. And we've done that. Me and Lee have done that. Along with Mally, we've done that, and we didn't know what the hell it was. We didn't know what we were doing, so we've picked it up as we've gone along. So it's that easy to use.
Yeah, I need to.
You'll be fantastic with it. And you know, like the your player ratings and stuff. You know, like when you did that thing and your players popped up.
Yeah.
Like holograph. You can do all that in seconds.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yes.
You know, so you know when he said it took ages to do.
Yeah.
It cut everything down by about 95%.
That's what I'm saying. That's crazy. Yeah, like a lot of what I do as a pre-recorded, if I'm actually, it takes a lot of time. You know, if I'm going to put out a you know, like, but yeah, OBS sounds almost perfect.
It's the way to go. It's definitely the way to go.
Yes.
It's definitely the way to go forward, and we're still going to try and do this virtual OBS, bringing it forward to the StreamYard. But if we can't, we're going to continue to use StreamYard for live shows because it's easy to pop up messages.
Yeah.
You know, whereas you'll find it really easy with OBS, whereas we struggle a bit with it.
Yeah, I definitely in the future I'm going to get that.
And you can make good money. I know you're not all about that at all, but you could, you know, people pay a fortune for rooms what you can design.
Wow.
You know, the people make money to make a business out of it.
Mm.
You know, like you said, you do one project and then go on to another.
Exactly.
So you know, you could get orders in, and you find out how much to charge for these rooms, what you do, and they get really good money. You know, why not use your talent? Why not? You know, you're at home. You sat at a computer. You're doing it. Why not? Trying
exactly. No, yeah. You know, this is all new. That's new to me, but yeah, if you can create and
what we've done, and honestly, you can't see me in the check. You see, and you can add them. You don't have to delete things. You just click the icon and it takes them off. So you can always have them stored onto the.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's there, but you can almost the opacity goes down to 0, so it's gone, but it's there.
It's always there.
Wow.
Everything's there. So I'll take a video of it today and I'll send you it. When we've done, I'll definitely do that for you, and you'll see what we've done between me, Lee, and Mally. And Mally's never used OBS in his life.
Yeah. I've got the best green screen. See what Molly said?
Yeah.
You see my green screen?
Yeah, exactly. Perfect.
See mine?
So if I had that as
the trees are moving.
Screen.
The trees are moving and everything.
Yeah. Magic.
I think that's moving.
You see, when you look out of our windows, Kieran, you might see a burglar coming out of next door neighbour's house with a big DVD player underneath the ramp. You know what I mean?
Cams, Scouser, Robin.
Yeah, you know, that's what we have around here.
That's fine.
But if I had that scenery, I'd never need a green screen again.
It's all right. Yeah, it's all right in daytime. But before he goes into OBS, Stuart, he has to go and buy a battery for the clock he has got. Have you bought it? Right?
No.
The only one that knows it weren't working his clock behind.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, why don't you use that one?
You can, and also, Titch, you can, if there's, you know, you'll be able to do it. You know, like if there's a website, you can merge the website into the OBS as well. So like like a real life clock.
Yeah.
You can merge it into the OBS.
It sounds crazy, and like I said, I'm very much hands-on. Like even what you're saying, it's like Charlie, you know, he was speaking through OBS, Charlie Walsh, but I need to, once I get my hands on something, then I'll figure it out like fast and fully. But yeah, the fact that you can, you know, Kieran, what it is like OBS means we could be on StreamYard, you know, doing a watch along, but you could have a timer as part of it. You could have, you know, you could change the score. You can all of that. Like when I change the score on here, I've got to make all of them, bring them into here, and when like it's a lot much easier. Yeah.
And do you know when you see, you know when you go online betting, and they have like the thing where it says who's in possession of ball.
Yeah.
You can merge that into OBS.
Oh my god! So I could be doing a watch along, and I could bring in the, you know, dangerous, all the stuff that they do on a betting, dangerous attack and the live information from the game.
Everything, yeah. Even I can do that.
Wow.
And so you'd be dangerous. Honest to God, no.
That's the way to go, mate.
It does, Kieran. But you know what it is, Kieran? What I'm using here is a very basic Chromebook. I don't know if you know, you get your Macs and your Windows. This is a Chromebook. So you can't have OBS on this software. Plus, even if you could, this wouldn't be powerful enough to run StreamYard, me live green screening, and OBS. It wouldn't be powerful enough. So yeah, I'd have to get a new, computer first to even think about OBS. But
They say the easiest one to get, but they're the dearer ones, unfortunately, and that's a Macs.
Yeah.
The MacBook Pros are the best ones for it. But I've got a decent desktop PC. I use, a PC tower.
Yeah.
And ours is powerful enough to do it. It's just a shame that we can't make it to full potential of what it can do.
Not yet.
You know what I mean? Because we just can't do it. No, it's stuff on it blows my mind. You know what I mean? And I've got to make it. If they don't understand it, he won't do it. You see what I mean? He won't do it.
Yeah.
There's been many a times I've said that we're going to do a show, and if it's something we don't want to do, he just simply won't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I've got to make it interesting for him. Whereas you can just you'll be in your element, and people are paying good money for what you do. Why not make some money for your family?
Yeah, that's that sounds appealing because I like doing it, obviously, but the way forward now is everybody's doing stuff online, everybody's streaming. So if I could create a studio and I do it on my phone with things that I shouldn't be able to make the studios that I make, it's almost impossible. So on there, if there are people, if there's a market for that, that would be
there is. It's definitely a market because I was looking for
templates.
No, I was actually looking for someone to design me a room before we did the
film.
Okay. And I was looking for it over a year. This is what I meant. It's so scarce. There's not many people. There's not as many people doing it as a business as you think. So there's a big market for it. A really big market for it.
Wow.
I mean, I can't do a lot now, but I got my GMVQ Advanced Business Studies. My Advanced Business Studies, and we had to do all this. But when I were at college, computers had only just started to really come out and take off. But now, if I could do what you could do, I'd make sure my family would set up for life.
Wow.
Because if you could, there's a site called Nerd or Die, NERD or Die, and they do it like they send you out the file with all the bits in it.
Yeah.
They charge you like 35 quid and 26 quid, and you've got to build it yourself. They don't do it. They just send you the bits out. They don't do it. They just send you a file out with all bits in, and they charge you that sort of money, and it's crazy money.
Yeah, I need to definitely look into that.
So you started charging 15 quid for each file you email to somebody. 10 files, you've made 150 quid.
See, this is all new to me.
But honestly, I mean that in a good way when I says it'd be frightening what you can do on it.
Yeah.
I mean that in a good way because I know there's a lot there'll be a lot you can do. If you can do this with StreamYard, mind boggles what you can do on OBS.
I'm gonna look into that.
Cam's is a young lad, so he knows all about OBS.
He's used it before. He said, he used to be on Twitch, so he's used it. Aaron says it took me 3 months to learn how to Google Meet with a tab in the background. Do you remember that, Kieran, when Darren was learning how to email and?
Yeah.
Like
get him on, couldn't we?
Even WhatsApp and.
Yeah.
Well, it took me to do what link was what you sent me. Remember, I've never been on anyone else's channel, so I didn't know what it was. So I went on it this morning and then again this afternoon just to make sure that I knew how to do it.
Oh, that was a StreamYard link, wasn't it?
Yeah. I didn't know what it was. I knew it was a link, but I didn't know what it was.
What it was for? Okay.
Yeah. Because I hear people say, well, on the shouldn't. Send me the link. I hear people say that all the time.
Look at Kieran.
They couldn't do really. You know what I mean? That's just cheating. But when you sent me a link, and I'm thinking, what the hell is it? I clicked on it, and then it took me to my stream, but I thought, what's it doing to me? But then it says that you'll be aware that I'm waiting for you. So now I know what it is. You know what I mean? It's a lot easier, but I don't believe in no, none of that. Send me the link. No, totally. You don't ask to go on the channel. You wait to be invited.
Mm.
You wait
You know,
to
the
be invited.
the funny thing is, Kieran, I was in StreamYard, but in another, you know, I've just got like a test studio, you know, where if I come in, and about 1:45, I came into this one, and Stuart was already there. You know, it's like, I was like, oh, like, you know, he was there, and, you know, waiting till, yeah, so he was already. I was like, funny.
So I don't miss out. You see, I don't like being late for people.
Yeah. I'm the same. I'm actually the same. Yeah.
I
So
don't like being late, and I don't think there's, you know, unless you've got a genuine reason. I don't think there's, you know what I mean. It's like Pete. He's getting later and later and later every time he goes on his shows. Man, they're supposed to start at 2:00. They don't start till 3:00 or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, that's just Pete, innit? He's just crazy. I've seen him go on shows, leave Kieran on his own, and go do his shopping. Do you know what I mean?
that's funny.
Which wouldn't be so bad if I could control the chat, where I could actually just interact with the people, but I can't.
Well,
So,
I don't understand why you can't. Because if
I'm not set up for it. I don't want that responsibility, Stu. It could all go downhill really quick.
Right, yeah.
Kieran be putting people in timeout. He'd be like, "I'm ending this stream right now. We've had enough."
Yeah, see you later, boys.
But yeah, I think we'll definitely wrap this up because it's. But
yeah,
it's, you know, we've seen in the new year together.
Yep.
And what I would say is, hopefully, you know, Stuart, our channels can. I know you're really not fussed, but, you know, I just hope our channels can, you know, continue to grow in 2022, like with the same.
Mine's growing far enough. Mine's growing far enough for what me and Lee use it for, to what you use it for. With the work, the effort you put into it, your channel deserves to grow. Whereas our channel, the people who we've got in it, we've got 200 and so much subscribers. We have about 20 people who are in room. You know, when we go a live show, there's 20 people.
Yeah.
And that's how we're happy with that, because we can keep up with it.
Exactly.
Keep up with it. Whereas you'll probably be able to keep up with about 100, 200. But whereas us, it takes us all this time to do 10. You know what I mean? So we don't want it to grow too fast. We don't want it, and that's true. That's the truth, Teach. We don't want it to grow anymore, because if I am my way now, and I don't know how to do it, there's a way where you can set it to members only.
Yeah, I think.
Well, I think you've got to have so many subscribers.
I think it's a 1,000 subscriber thing.
And then I'd only do members only channel. I wouldn't want any more subscribers. You know what I mean? I don't want any more.
Yeah.
I just cut it now and just have the people who I've already got. Whereas you, because you put in all this effort, you deserve to have it grow and grow and grow. Whereas me and Lee, we did it for the wrong. We did it so we could spend time together.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Whereas you interact more. You're more advanced with what you can do. So why shouldn't your talent shouldn't be hidden away? It should be on show more and more.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But I also think that, you know, your channel will continue to grow. So you are going to get more subscribers. 100%. 100%. Hammerhead says Peach has taken over Day's stream. Ha ha. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year to you, Wally. Kimmy's back. Came back to say hi and bye again. Gotta put that on before you ended the stream. Yeah, we are going to end very shortly, but thank you, Kimmy. Happy New Year to you, Kimmy. Happy New Year. Right, yeah. So, any final thoughts from you two? And then we will, we'll wrap this up.
Let's just hope West Ham put on a good show for fans, and they get the 3 points they need, because any team that keeps Man United out of that top four, they're doing right. They're all right with me. Do you know what I mean? As long as Man United don't get in that top four, I'm all right.
Kieran?
So,
mate, same here. It'd be nice. I think every team likes to start a season with a win, don't they? And just to kick your season off, that first game of the season, and then the first game of the new year, it'd be nice to get 3 points on the board. wherever
Yeah.
you are. You just like to start it that way. So yeah, I'm hoping that we do turn up and we give them a good game and maybe nick it. I know I picked a 2-2 draw, but even that's not a terrible result.
Nah.
But you don't want to start with a loss. So let's hope so.
Are you doing a watch along tomorrow, Titch?
No.
Is it on Sky? I don't know if it's on Sky.
I don't know. But I will set up a player ratings.
I'll be on for
You might. Yeah.
Lee comes on it under Lee Statham. See, Lee's upstairs on this. You see, he started his own little thing upstairs.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So when you see Lee Statham, it's Lee.
Oh yeah. I remember seeing it and okay.
Yeah, so if you can watch player ratings upstairs and I watch it downstairs, can't I? That'll give you an extra like, because it's them likes what are going to get you more recognised.
Yeah, you do need them.
You need them. Is it an analytic?
The algorithm.
Yeah, whatever it is, I don't know. I hadn't heard of it until other people channels have mentioned it. You know, you say, why don't you ask people to like it? I don't, because I just never have them.
Yeah.
We don't. If people want to like it, they can like it. If they don't,
Exactly.
You know what I mean? They leave them to it. They've got their own minds. You don't need, you know. But whereas you, because you're going to make something of this, you need to start asking more.
I know. That is the way you're meant to do it. But yeah, I think.
Oh, like and subscribe.
Oh, do you know what?
Have you could even have symbols come up on OBS with a like, and you won't even have to do it. You just press a button, and it does it for you.
You know what Kieran just done here is hilarious. That would be ours. You know, like and I just play that every 20 minutes. Kieran pops that like and subscribe.
Yeah.
It's funny. Oh look, we've got more comments. We was meant to be Hammerhead. Even good evening, Danny. Where's the wisdom? Oh, happy we smashed them 4-2. Darren, boom. Right, so everybody, thanks for tuning in as always. Thanks to Kieran, Stuart, and Lee. Much appreciated. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with the player ratings. I'm going to schedule it in a minute. I don't know what time, but schedule it in a minute. And yeah, it'll be interesting to hear you lot's thoughts, and hopefully it is a positive result.
Yep, hopefully. I hope so.
But yeah, thanks everybody, and we will be back.
Thanks to Stuart and Lee. Thank you very much for talking. That was really good to have you, man. Really
yep.
You're
Thank
welcome, you. Lads. You're welcome. So speak to
Lee,
you
and
soon.
Lee, make a bit more of an FA College this year, right? A little bit more.
Pick up the pen and say hello. So thanks for tuning.
Yeah, you think so? So I bet they don't even know if they have a pen. It's only been going 2 years.
That's funny. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, and we will see you after. Yeah, player ratings.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
That West Ham taxman, you don't want to see the gang vex, man. Pull up in 2-litre dingers and press that.
Selling bag, going ham in West like Declan Rice. Doing like popcorn, everything nice.